Spring has sprung in Alma, Missouri, and we are back at it. This is the start of Series 2, basically, episodes 11 through 20, and we have some pretty fun stuff to get into today. So what we are gonna do, let's turn on some stuff here so I can see. We have a plowing contract, and we also have a planting contract. Oh yeah. Also, I am determined by the end of today in game, we will have bought a new farm. That's my plan. That's my plan. As you may know, I want this farm right here. Farmland 46. It comes with a good plot of land. We do have a field beside it, but we don't need that. But what we do have is a big field inside of it. And what we could probably do is maybe lease some grassland equipment. We could probably mow that up, ted it, or windrow it, whatever. Maybe make some silage bales out of it. I'm not quite sure, but we got a lot of space, a whole lot of space. Afterwards, we could easily plow it up if we wanted to. That's not a bad idea. Or we could just take out a loan and maybe get some cattle. But we don't have any food for them. So that's a problem. I probably should have told you what field we are going to be plowing. We're over here on 6. This is the sorghum field that we just harvested just recently. Now, though we have this plow right here, it's a 10 meter. It's gonna take a little while to do this whole thing. Even at 15 miles an hour, I think it's still gonna take a little while. So I thought about popping in and taking a look at seeing what else we can do. If we've got like a 15, I'd be cool with that, but I think 25 is too much. Oh, we have 16. I'm okay with 16. Are you cool with 16? All right, 16 it is. Okie dokie. We will be utilizing some fast farming technologies here. What I want to do is I want to hit the headland myself all the way around. That way, whenever the worker comes through to do they thing, they can knock out the rest of it. Now, could I have the worker do this? Absolutely. Would they do a pretty good job? Probably. But I kind of like doing this. Yeah, I like to do a farming. Put it down, get it going, nice. Find that line, turn it on, and get it moving. Little fast farm action. Yeah. Oh, and if you're curious, this is the plow that comes with the Colossus pack. Oh, we are going very fast. It's not even loading in. There we go. For some reason that loads in, but this is having trouble. Oh, that's fine now. Go, go, go. Well, we have got it all done. Now it is time to let the workers do their thing. Bring it here. Hey, young worker. Work the headlands. No. And go. Please and thank you. We are going to be doing a little seed now, just at the field right beside. As a matter of fact, didn't we just do a plowing contract on this field? I think we did. Let's do it. Let's hook this thing up. We need, let's see. This takes liquid fertilizer, but it is totally okay not to have it. All right. Guess at the end of the day, it is a seeding contract only, isn't it? Naturally, I've already forgotten what we are sowing. Sugar beets. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be? So this is a pretty wild and wacky field. It is a very interesting shape, but we do kind of come to a right angle down here. So this is where we're going to start our journey. Just right down here at the bottom right-hand corner. Let's see. Please tell me that this is actually going to work. Okay, thank goodness. Now, usually I go clockwise, but you know what? We'll go counterclockwise. Just for fun, though. Just for fun. Turn on a cruise, and we are going. Let's go ahead and turn on a little fast farming as well. That way we're not completely going at a snail's pace. Holy cow, that took us a little while to get around. I totally forgot that running on a plowed field is not fun. Let's go ahead and check in on our plowing real quick. It looks like they have gone up and down like 2 or 3 times. That's it. Oh boy, I thought that was going to go faster than that. So now I am back and forth. Do I do this or do maybe a third contract and let a worker figure this one out? You're absolutely right. we should go do something else. We are going to try again doing this contract, fertilizing on 34. The problem with 34, though, is it did not work with the GPS the last time we tried. So we're going to take our new-ish 6R, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. Can we actually get this contract completed, or is it going to fail like last time? Moment of truth. Can we run steering assist? Nope. I don't know why. I think the field's just way too big for me to actually be able to do this properly. I mean, I guess I could put in the overlay down there at the bottom, maybe set it up for fertilized, but I think we're gonna have a serious issue trying to actually make this work. I'll try it. You know what? I'll try it. At the very least, we'll be able to say DJ definitely earned his money on that one. I guess I could also set up my set up my working width to be about 10 meters and just follow the lines, but no, we're not doing that. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. And I think the view above, this helps a lot because I can actually see where we've been. You know, it's so funny too. Farming Simulator 17, 19, 22. Could we use a worker? Yes. Did I use workers? Quite a bit, but not always. And now I don't know how to farm anymore without GPS. No! Oh well, 42% done, so I'm doing something right. So far, so good. We have done the full pass, plus we've hit the left side over here, and we are looking all right. The hard part now is going to be trying to find where in the world we're at, and do we have enough overlap here? I think my thing here is just going to be watching the very bottom left-hand corner down there. And I'm just going to follow my little dude there. I don't even know where I'm going. I could definitely see with this one, like a harvesting contract, seeding, planting, cultivating, something like that would be pretty simple, I think, with this one. However, fertilizing with crop on the ground, where you can't see where you've been, it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult. All right, let's collect this. Yes, please. Thank you very much. All right, we're at about $550,000 right now, and we need approximately 600 and some, I believe. 624, yes. And you probably also thinking, hey, DJ, if you buy that farm, you're going to have to buy like field 34 right beside it. Haha, you may be right, but what I'll do is I'll actually cut this part out right here, and we'll make two fields. Oh, would you look at that? We've got another field that needs to be fertilized, and it's right beside us. So let's go ahead and accept that, and guess head back over there. Can I creep through the field here? Yeah, I'm creeping. Ooh, the boars! Get out of here, little piggies! Haha! All right, here's gonna be a moment of truth. Does GPS work on this field? Let's find out. Yes, it does! Ha ha ha! All right! Oh, that makes everything so much easier. And contract completed. Man, we are just knocking these out today. I'm cool with it. There we go. All right, let's check on the other guys because these are both the other contracts. They are both very, very a lot. Let's see. All right, that one's not doing too bad. I think this is the one that's causing some issues here. Yeah, we're going to take this over because they're doing nothing but screwing around. Let's get back to it. There we go. Nice and happy. As a matter of fact, there's also one more plowing contract that I wanted to take on as well, just because it's paying so much. Here it is. Yeah, Farmland 14. Also, Farmland 30 is paying a lot too, but I think maybe just a little bit too much. I don't remember the pulling on this Kinsey being so tough that a Case Magnum 400 couldn't handle going a little bit faster. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. When you get a nice... when you get it running start, it seems to work okay. There it is. We are all done with this contract right here. We're even going to leave the seed in it because I'm a good boy. Bam. Take that, collect it, and done. All right, so we needed, how much money was it now? I've already forgotten. How much is it for the farm that I want? 46 is 624,000. I think we're going to have a little bit more than that. We're probably going to be close to 700. maybe a little bit more by the time it's all said and done, but that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and put a few things back where they were. Let's go. Oh yeah, and my farm over here is actually pretty close for harvest as well. I think we got one more day and we'll be ready for harvest over here. And our plowing contract, dunzo over here. Let's go ahead and get it. Boom. Collect, please. 63 grand. And I think at that point, yeah, we already have enough for that new farm, which is going to be super cool. But we do need to make our way up to field 14 and at least start this one. Look at that. I already plowed this, but it put all that back on there. So weird. Ooh, I didn't think about this. Can I get over the train tracks from here? Let's find out. Yay! The answer is yes. Yes, I can. No train is coming. We are good. And then scoot. I scooted too far. Could I just yeet across? Oh, it worked. Yes, it worked. As per usual, I will come through here first and lay down a baseline, aka headland. And now let's set them up to work with a worker. I'll go ahead and hit this first one right here because it is a little bit interesting. We'll just straighten it up for them. And worker shall go from there. Nice. So for us, it is time to migrate. We are no longer held under a... What was this? A fire station. That's right, a fire station. We're no longer there anymore. We are heading home. Farmland 46. Buy it? Yes, please. Oh my goodness. We got $23,000 left and that's it. Holy cow. That's nothing, man. That is absolutely nothing. All right, let's go and get some stuff over there. The thing is, I have 2 pieces of equipment that need to be pulled. And I've already got 2 pieces on here, but they're both 3 points. What I'm going to do is we are going to drop off that. And I'm going to go ahead and take this guy with us first. Hopefully the train is going and not coming. Hey, all right. There she is, my new home. Finally, the equipment that we have will have a place to rest. So happy about that, so happy about that. We actually are not going to be bringing the combine harvester over here yet, although it will go in the Meridian shed over there. We're not going to bring it over here yet, just simply because, well, if I do, I'd have to take it back anyway. We're like a day away from harvest, so yeah, we're not going to worry too much about it yet. And I'm not really sure where to put this. I guess maybe we'll put it here? Yeah, that'll work. We're going to have a lot of equipment for not a lot of space. No! A lot of space for not a lot of equipment. Yeah, there we go. Remind me that I'm putting the weight underneath this lean. I'm going to forget, but just remind me. Taking a look at the field right beside of us. Let's see, I believe this is alfalfa, right? Yes, alfalfa. Now, with this, we could purchase it if we want to. We'll have enough money for it, 128 grand. And by the end of everything, no, we won't. We're only going to get another 60,000 because we've already cashed in everything else. So we may not have enough money for that today. If we took out a loan, we could, but you know, we're not going to do that right now. What we do need is we need some mowers. We need some kind of windrower, baler, something. We're going to mow all that in the middle. I did forget about those pallets right there. Maybe next time we'll come down here and get them. Yeah. So I've gone through and I'm trying to figure out exactly what we can use for mowing and picking stuff up and that kind of thing. And I think maybe something like this would be the perfect thing to start with. So what we could do is we could take this and then you do some kind of customization. I don't think it really matters what's what, but because we're doing John Deere, I can come in here, I could set it up with some John Deere colors, boom, like so. Kind of looks like an old John Deere, maybe, maybe not, I don't know, kind of going for it, fine. The header right here, this would actually work with a, like mowing the grass, basically. We could take the covers off, boom, change it up green, bam. Now it looks John Deere-ish, right? I think that'd be pretty sweet. Plus, we wouldn't need to take out a loan to get it. And the good thing, because I've got a mod installed that allows me to send crops to a trailer, we wouldn't need to cart with it. We would just need to go around in circles. The other option is the mower. and I was going in. This is actually smaller and about the same price as that setup. So I thought about going with that. We could go with this as well. It would just take a little while longer to pick stuff up. Yeah, but we need to get on it regardless of what we do. Taking a look here. Yeah, I think he's almost done. I got it. This thing makes some noise. Let me tell you what. I got the trailer for the header, but I don't think I'm gonna have to use that. Oh, that goes a little quick, doesn't it? Yeah, we're just gonna, you know what? I'll take the trailer with me, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. So what I wanted to do, is the inside of these wheels green? Sure is. All right. I wanted to get this just to see if it works. I did not buy it. I leased it. Holy cow, this thing goes slow. But my game plan, because it is a forage harvester, I wanted to try to basically go around, mow this field over here, and see how that works. But if it's gonna go this fast, I don't know if I want to use it at all. We may have to redo some of that fence right there. I do have a mod now that allows me to redo fences, but I don't know. Really, I just want to put some kind of gate there. That way we can skip through it. Ooh, good news. AI Worker H has completed their task. That's awesome. However, I think I may have messed up a little bit because I did exit the game and came back in. And I don't know if our contract... Oh, it does say completed. Okay. Well, that is pretty darn cool. Before I forget, there's one thing that we need to do with this. And that is going to be to send all of the grass that we harvest to a trailer. Now, because I've got Yosa's mod installed, I should be able to select that trailer, set destination set, all right. And we should just be able to do this whole thing. I think it's gonna take an exorbitant amount of time, and I think I'm gonna get bored of doing it before we finish. And I think you'll probably agree with me. Let's see here. Let's get in. I don't know if I need to unfold or not, but I pushed the button and nothing happened. Let's pipe out. I didn't do anything. Put this down. Turn it on. And... yeah, I should have seen that, huh? Didn't this used to work? Yeah, I get the feeling there's no grass in here. Yeah. Well, at least it was only a little bit of a waste of money and not a colossal waste of money. Maybe at some other point we will come back and revisit this, but yeah. I don't think that's going to be working for us anymore. Sadly. Super sadly. I got in a drag race with one of the locals and they did not like it. Well, I think it's pretty obvious what we need to do next then. If I can't mow the grass around, could I plow it up? Sure could. Absolutely. It's going to take a lot to get a seeder in there, though, and if you put a harvester in here, that's not going to be fun either. It is meadow grass as it is, so why don't we put something in here that eats meadow grass? Specifically, 50 Holstein cows. $63,000 for that. So it's 58, but they charge you a fee for delivering them for some reason. We could fit up to 330 in here, but I think for now, if we put 50 in there, maybe they'll be able to eat some of that grass, and hopefully we can give them some food later on. We can't give them any straw right now, so they're not going to be making any manure, but they will make slurry, so at least there's that. After having a nice discussion with the person that delivered them, they have decided to give me my money back for the delivery. So, yeah, there we go, an extra $5,000. Okay, so let's see what kind of trouble we're going to get into. We need to take a look. Let's see, meadow, 40%. They eat 17,500 liters a day. So that meadow grass being 40%, you know, that should get us by a little ways, honestly. I think it'll be a-okay for now. The thing is, we have nothing to get the milk out with, so no liquid tank. We've got no way to deliver them the food. I mean, we've got a auger trailer, but that's not going to really work, is it? And nothing for getting the slurry out. We also don't have any straw. And in order to give stuff like that to the cows, like the straw and things like that, we won't be picking it up with a loading area. We're probably going to need to do some kind of baling. So we should now start investing in the future of bales. Now, Do we have baby baler? Yes, but it is not very efficient in storage. Oh, I forgot to bring my baby baler stuff over here. Uh-oh. But you know what is efficient? Round bales. Yeah, you have to stop while you're making them, but you can still make them. And it just so happens that there is a round bale auto load trailer that is for sale right now. Yeah, baby baler. So with this thing, I've had a lot of fun and I've enjoyed myself with it. But let's see. I'm curious about this thing. Oh yeah, that's right. What's it called? Square bales. Yeah. Well, in the used stuff, we have something that might be beneficial in here. This guy right here. 1275 round bell wagon. Very, very close to the same design, same model, that kind of thing. Let's go auto loading, no straps. I wish I could do auto loading straps, but it is what it is. I like the pre-running gear. The center reach factory looks great. SV triangle for the back, absolutely. And for the color, I like it to be regular John Deere. $5,400 for this. I think that is an absolute steal. So we got it. There you go. But we still need a baler. And the thing is, at least in my used equipment, there is no round baler available. I think there has been in the past, but we don't have one today. So that'll kind of be that. I've also forgotten completely what crop that we planted. What did we put in here? Oh yeah, oats. That's gonna give me a lot of straw. Hey. So we got a nice set of running gear here. We are gonna have to go one more day in game before we're really able to do much of anything. Man, look at the paint chipped off right there, exactly where the bales would be rubbing. That's so cool. That's so awesome. I think some options, the V452R that was recently released, this is definitely an option. I would be cool with the C441 as well, but hey, you never know if that's gonna happen or not. The 561R would be fun, but it's sometimes a little bit more difficult finding a baler that works with it. This has the picture in the wrong spot, so we're not even gonna deal with that one. And I feel like I use this more than anything, the Lizard Pro Bale. As much as I would love to use that again, I think we'll probably stay away from round bales like that from that machine for now. We'll probably try and go for something a little bit more straightforward. Well, it is now May in year 2. We've got a field ready for harvest over there. The oats are ready to go. It is harvest time for this one for sure. I'm curious to see how our cows have done. Let's see, 4,300 liters of slurry. Not too wild and crazy. 381 liters of milk. Alrighty. And they have eaten through some of our meadow grass, but not everything. So that's pretty cool. Productivity is slowly going up. They're at 12% right now. They will only max out at 40 though. And then over here you can see our health at 42%. And wouldn't you know it, an 8R just went on sale. Oh yeah, and there's a baler in here as well. Pretty cool setup. We've got a working width on there. We got regular binding and everything. It is blue, it's not green. I guess we could make the yellows, or the rims change. And we'll put it back. I don't know. For some of that stuff, we'll definitely have to make a guesstimate on what we want to go for. We are going to have to make a decision soon-ish because we are going to have a bunch of straw on this field over here. And we're going to need to start picking some of it up. Yes, we have a baler already. Yes, we have a bale trailer for it, but I want to make some round bales. Maybe we'll have to lease something. We'll find it out. Are we ready to hit the ground running? We are doing 2 headlands as per usual. It's a 10.6 meter setup. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to unfold everything, don't I? I mean, I have to bring this out as well? I think so. Yep. There we go. What? I folded it. Crap. I did all of this already. Ah! Turns out I did not give the harvester enough time to raise up. I didn't realize the entire thing raised up as well. I thought that just the ladder popped out. Oh, well, there you go. Now, also, I brought the sound down on this a little bit. Hopefully in this episode, it's a little bit better. Big shout out to BB Dude for helping me out with that. Got it. We're good to go now. Everything is good to go. All right, let's turn it on. Let's get to it. I was about to say, I think the height's probably still set for whatever we were doing sorghum last, but yeah, we're fine now. So the idea here is going to be to run our headlands as we normally do. Oats in destination. Is that destination still my trailer? If it goes to 1% at 1,000 liters, it definitely is. Yep, sure is. All right, well, we'll just assume that it's there. Percentage, we're doing okay. 92, 94%, 5.2, 4.8. We're doing okay. What we could do, actually... Yeah, let's be careful with that. Let's turn on our overlay at the very bottom. And then we just want to go over to yield. There we go. That'll work. Perfect. I think we can speed the process up just a little bit without causing too much trouble across the board. I will say it does seem like we're getting less yield than we did the first time we planted this field. That's difficult, but I guess it is what it is. Overall, I would love to pick up Farmland 35 next. We could get 32. That's also a possibility. Honestly, even 27 is a good possibility. However, we're starting to get further and further away from our main farm, so we'll have to be careful with that. One pass around is done. We got about 15,000 liters. Not too shabby at all. And now it's time to hit that second one. Once we're done with this, we'll just let the worker do their thing, and then for us, it'll honestly just be time to bale it all up. But we still don't have a round baler. We gotta figure that one out. Well, we missed a little bit here and there. We'll try and pick these up. There we go. Got that. And I think there was a little bit down here that got skipped as well. Ah, yes. This little itty bitty tuft right y'all. Normally we start on the other side, but I thought it would be fun to start the worker down here on this side just to see how they do. This is the straight side technically. The other side's a little bit more difficult. So starting over here, worker should be okay. We'll set them up and worker, and don't do anything around the outside. Go please, thank you. While they do that, we have a little bit of work to do ourselves. See, we've got our auger over here, and also weirdly enough, I don't think we have a silo system on this farm. So naturally I bought, a farm without a silo. So we can do one of two things. We could put one on here, or we can just continue to use the silo that we have in hopes that the government doesn't start charging us money for it. And that's exactly what we are going to do. We're also going to take a little shortcut over here, right into town, to the elevator. Oh yeah, I've already forgot I bought that round bell trailer. Okay, so here we are. I think I've got the correct thing down at the bottom. Yep, there we go. Awesome, awesome. And I think I'm just gonna leave this sitting here, because if we leave this here, it has to be turned on, doesn't it? Yep, there we go. Well, now we've dumped it all out, and as you can see, we've still got crop coming in here because our harvester is still working. It's going a little bit fast, but he's working. So we've got our round baler, at least one that I have leased. It cost me about $4,300 to do it, but we have done it. And I'm starting to think that baby bales was a much better idea, although I would like to store these bales. So having something a little bit bigger makes it a little bit easier. So this baler is actually from BB Mod's Enhanced Baler Pack. Down here, where is it? There it is, the Round Balers Plus. So I am using currently the New Holland one, but we have removed all of the decorations, if you will. Let's double check this. 10.6 meters. All right, so that's what we need to set up with this. 10.6, there we go, and I think all of that's good. That'll work for me. I don't think we need to unfold the baler, so we'll just drop that down. And we've got some bale sizes here. We've got 133 and 153. As far as I know, these are not custom sizes. And I do know that the round bale wagon that we have will hold some different sizes. It says 125s up to 238. So that means that it should hold 150s, which means we can do a 153. 153 is actually a 3X bale size. That way, for every bale, because this is a lot of straw, for every bale we would have had, we will actually have, or every 3 bales we would have had, we will have 1 bale. I figured that was a good idea. We also need to turn on automatic drop, which looks like it's already there. I think that's it. I think that's all we have to do. I think we're good. Well, let's get it started then. Grab it, turn it on, and rock and roll. And we're off. I like this baler. I leased it so that I could give it a try. We have something very similar that is on sale right now, but unfortunately that baler that's on sale doesn't have a US setup, and that's going to be a bit of a requirement if I'm honest. Unless we just get lucky, we're going to have to do that. Yes, I am fast farming, and we are straight forward, but as soon as we get to about 90%, let it slow it down so that our baler stop mod will work. There we go. Unloaded. And we're going to check this thing out just to see. Yeah, I hope that we can pick that up. We should be able to, but I really hope that we can. All right. Get all that? Sweet. Now we got to do is turn it around and do this again a bunch of times. Actually, I had it on 10.6. It's supposed to be 10.8 meters. Got it fixed now. Oh, it was 10.6. So I'm having an issue then, because mine's not lining up correctly at all. Well, it turns out the 10.6 for this baler is not the same layout as the 10.6 for the combine harvester. That's for sure. Speaking of the combine harvester, it is almost done. This is the last spot right here, and then we're all finished. There you go. There is spring harvest done and dusted. Yeah. And our bales to suit. Looking good. I love round bales on the field. Something about it, it's just super nostalgic. I should be able to sneak the combine harvester across here too. I don't think there's a train coming. Nope. Hopefully our neighbors don't mind us driving on their field either. And we finally get to put the combine harvester in its new home. Hopefully it fits in here. I haven't really thought about the height yet. Please tell me that doesn't have a... Got a collision. Of course it does. I guess I could just delete this. Ooh, 110 grand. Hey, now wait a minute. How's about we put down one of these? So this is one of Ika's newer buildings. I think we could probably match up the color close-ish. It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but I bet we could get close. So let's do that. Since I physically can't fit the combine in the area that I wanted it in, let's put down this building. It's a little bit smaller, but we'll have a nice little spot right there in the back, and the combine should fit in there absolutely perfect. We're gonna turn on snapping and turn off all the other stuff. Let's see. It's kind of like a medium red, isn't it? I don't know how in the world we're gonna match that. That's honestly, that's probably about as close as we're gonna get to anything other than just going with a really, really deep red. I wish, like, used was a thing. That would be sweet. Anyway, we've gone for this one. We do need to leave a little bit of space in the back, but I think right there is the spot. So we've actually made some money from this build, which is nice. We'll open this up, take a look. We've got the ground, which kind of goes down and up and around. We kind of mess with that a little bit. We also have another storage right here. That's pretty cool. So we can pull in some smaller vehicles and machinery there. And we even have fuel around towards the back. So all we got to do is paint a passageway around it, and we're good to go. Alrighty. We actually made money from that deal, and I'm cool with that. So here it is. Please tell me this fits. Watch this not fit. Come on! Oh man, here it is. You can see the collision at the very top just stops right there. Man, I'm gonna have to do something about that. You know what? I gotta get rid of this combine harvester anyway because the original version was making too much noise, and now it says I need an update. So, yeah, we're just gonna leave this to the side for now because when I come back, this combine harvester is not going to even be here, so it's going to look like it, but we'll make sure that we go with the appropriate top for the next one. Anyway, that's going to be your home, dude. Deal with it. All right, we got another 47,000 liters. We need to drop that in here. Oats, I believe, is going to be, was it January, something like that? December. So we're going to have to wait until then. The bulk fill station, we could sell this now there, but I mean, that's not really fun, right? So we'll be fine. All right, let's finish up the baling. Right now we have made, what does it say? Does that say 7? 9. 9 bales. And we got more coming. Well, I would say that this baler has done a great job with everything. Very, very happy about it. Very happy indeed. May have to get myself one of these, but we're gonna have to save up for it. It's like $80,000. I've taken a look. There are no more baling contracts. There is nothing going on, so we are gonna have to send this baler back home where it came from. But the good thing is, well, we've got all of these bells around here, which I forgot to count. And now the time we finally get to hook up to the bell trailer. Let's go. I've now come to another impasse in my oops, I didn't think about this. Bell's not supported. No. Yeah, this one's on me, I think, huh? All right, well, judging by the leasing cost, I have had to get something to fix my problems. I didn't really think about this one. You remember when I said I didn't want to do loose straw? Yeah, we're gonna have to do loose straw now. This also means we're going to need a silo, which is always fun. I really should probably stop leaving all of my equipment just laying around. Let's take this with us. We've gone for a Colossus demo unit. Over here we have the Colossus feed mixer. It is very, very pretty. Unless you don't like camo, I guess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. It's gonna be a little heavy, I think, for this tractor, but we'll be okay. We're gonna take this, get out into the field, and we're gonna toss the bales in there. The good thing about the bales that we used, they're liftable. So we can easily just chunk them in. It'll turn it into loose straw, and then we will build a silo system over on the farm and put it in there. Mixer's a little big, isn't it? Just a little bit. Alrighty, so I also should be able to toss these through the feed wall? I don't know, let's find out and see. Let's put this here. There we go. We'll pick this up. There we go. Should just be able to... Nope, that's not gonna work. Although it did take some of it. Here's what we'll do. We will enable that, take it, drop it. There we go. And it will slowly convert the straw bale into the straw loose. And I think we get to do this about 20 times. Not looking forward to it at all. There are definitely other ways we could have done this, but I don't know. This one seems to be pretty easy. All right, I think we got them all. Did we get it? I think so. Nice. All right, what did we end up with? 517,500 liters. And boy, it's a heavy trailer. Also, I have now got us a combine harvester to swap out the one that we've got. So that's it. It's the exact same one. So nothing too wild and crazy there. The good thing is, it doesn't make as much noise. That's the good thing. The one we've got, I really like it. It's just a little too loud for making videos. If I wasn't recording, it'd be different. But we are. Let's go with this. I think this is one of the best options that we've got. It's an animal feed silo, so that's good. I guess we could maybe find something that's a multi-fruit. But you know what? I think for just starting off, this is probably going to be fine for us. We're not storing any of our grains anyway here, at least not right now. So we'll put that down. Boom. Then we'll just bring this over and dump it in. I think it's tipping out onto the left side. Yep, left front. Perfect, perfect. Matter of fact, before we dump in there, why don't we come in here to where the animals are and give them a little bit of straw to start with. I don't know how much they're gonna take. I guess that's it right there. And now since we're under 500,000, which is good, we'll bring this over and dump it into the silo. If I can just line it up properly. Got it. All right, well, we don't need this anymore, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Perfect. All right. I think we should go ahead and swap out this combine harvester before I forget. There we go, right over here, the John Deere Hilco S700 low sound. Yes, please. All right, I got a handy dandy cheat sheet on me today. So what we need to do is we need to find, yes, the folding setup right here. That is what we need. I kind of want to go with the Demco one just because I think it looks cool to have Demco on the front. We did have the S780 in there, but I kind of want to bump it up to the S790. The only thing with that is pricing. I don't have the money for that, so we'll have to do that later. I did go with Mitas tires, and they were the rear wheel drive setup. I think it was this one right here. Specs, we went with the North America, but we want to make sure we go with the North America flag. There it is. Numbers, always 3 for Dale. There we go. That is our combine harvester. Now that we've got that, we need to reset our money. All right, sound not too shabby. I still think I need to lower it just a little bit. I do want to thank BB Mods for helping me out with this. He kind of helped me out with the lines of code that I needed to change this up. So big shouty outy to him. Couldn't have done it without him. Yeah, I think I may lower it one more down. So like, here's that sound. And then here's this. The volume is about 8 decibels lower, somewhere around there. I don't know. We'll find out. It's a moment of truth. Will it fit in the shed? Are the collisions from the top gone? Yes, they are. Alrighty. Sweet. Welcome to your new home, bud. Looks pretty good in here. So I've made an executive decision to go ahead and sell the oats that we just harvested. The reason being is I need money. We have 25 grand, and other than contracts, there is nothing else for us to do in the meantime. So that means we need to make some money. Fortunately, we've got a place that's selling, or buying, I guess, at the best price possible, but yeah, I hate using that place. Anyway, also, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm kind of making a little highway through here. I've been driving stuff over to the farm. Brought over the baler and the new bale trailer that we've got that I think at this point it's kind of waste my money on it, but we'll figure that out. Maybe a good baler will pop around that's, you know, a good one to have. So let's get in here. Let's get my oats out, and then we're just going to deliver them right around the corner. Boom. Just like that. 85,000 liters of it. Currently, we're getting close to 3 grand. So that's going to be a great payday, but I think that money's going to get going pretty fast. To be fair, there's other things we need, and I think we need to update and or change or whatever the seeder that we've got right now. We've got a 3 triple seeder kind of setup. Oh, that's a pretty good thing to get a hold of right there. We've got kind of a triple thing going on, and it's cool, but it's a lot of work. So here's our sell point right here, just right under this, as a matter of fact. Pull around, and let's dump it on the ground. We should probably put some kind of grading under this. Would definitely be a lot better there. All right, money's going up. This is good. We're over 200 grand. Holy cow, oats was a good idea. $300,000 now. Ho! What's going to be our total by the time it's all said and done? Holy cow. All right, $330,000 plus another $47,000 in environmental score rewards. We have 400 grand. That made us $375,000. That's so much. So this is good. This is very, very good. So I think one of the best things we could probably do is buying a field. So I think I know what we need to go for. So we've got grass right here beside our main farm. Used to be alfalfa, but it's grass now. And then we've got a soybean field over here by 32. Say by 32. It's in 32. So I think we buy both of these. So there we go. There's one. And then we buy this guy right here. Boom. We still got $148,000 left, giving us plenty of space for, grass work tools. We got cows right here. We need to feed them. Currently, right now, they're eating meadow grass, and that's only going to do so good. I mean, it's feeding them, yeah, but, you know, if we start feeding them something, then we can come in here and plow all this up, and we can make another grass field that we can actually work ourselves, even with the cows in there. So honestly, this baler now looks even better because it has a wrapper on it. And if we want silage, we would need to wrap. Here we gotta look at a little bit better. So we've got the standard art right here, and then we've kind of black, all white, and then the yellow. I think the yellow looks pretty sweet. Definitely looks cool. Love that. And it does 125 centimeter round bales, which our bale trailer can get. It's 48% off. Looking pretty good. Now we could also go for the Gerval over here. But we did use that for a previous series. We also got the K brand in there, but that costs about as much as the John Deere, which does 2 jobs instead of 1. I know it's a K brand, but this looks really cool. I kind of want it. I don't know what the John Deere one like this looks like. Well, according to some of the pictures that I've found, it's either green or black. And I think the black actually works. Yeah, let's go with that. 19 grand. Sweet. but I've bought more than that. And I think we're gonna need more than one tractor to go over there to get stuff. We may be making 2 trips instead. Let's put our weight away, because we got some stuff to get. Check this out. And here we are. This is what we've got. So we've picked up a baler, the baler that I was telling you guys about. I almost forgot we need mowers, so we picked these up. These are actually an interesting set of mowers. So they are the K-brand mower pack, but inside here, you can change up to John Deere. They do appear to be a European spec, but that's okay. And of course we have the rake over there as well. So no biggie there. Oh, it's a little heavy for the 6R. Please tell me the front mower's a little better. Yeah, all right. Yeah, these are a little bit big. In the pack, weirdly enough, there's also this guy. However, there's no John Deere for it. I would have gone with this. I think running a single in the back and single in the front is cool. Running, the butterfly setup is awesome. I'm curious why they only did one of these. And here we go, the last piece. The only problem? We have less money than we did before. I spent every single penny, but you know what? I think we're okay. We're all right. The cows are doing cool. As soon as we can find ourselves some kind of liquid tanker, we'll definitely be using that. We got manure that's going to start to spawn. I think we need to double check that. Should tell us on here. Let's run up. Manure. No. No manure. We got to put our own down then, huh? Well, there was one that I wanted to use, but unfortunately, I don't think I've got it installed right now. So we'll have to do that later on. But I think we're coming along nicely. We've got quite a bit of equipment now. We are looking good. Everything's green, which I'm trying to keep it that way. We've done a lot of case and a lot of New Holland. Having a little bit of fun with some John Deere now. Today we got multiple things going on. We've got our combine harvester set up, ready to go. We actually replaced the one that we had in the last one with one with a different bin on the top. We have also now got a bunch of grass equipment. So we've got a rake over here. We've got some mowers. Ignore the signs on there. We got a new baler, which, come on, that looks awesome back there. Check that out. And not only that, we have 2 new fields, side by side, 35 and 32. So we need to get these kind of under control and ready to go, because precision farming runs king here. We are going to have to set these guys up. So we got to buy some soil information. Yeah, there we go. We got that one. Purchase soil information for over here. Do we need to buy soil information for 46? This is my main farm. I don't even think it lets us do that. No. So now we work. I say we start with some grass work, and then we will move over to the harvester afterwards. So let's do it. We've got our 6M over here. 6R, ready to go. Well, there's another thing as well. I haven't looked at the used equipment in a while. Anything good in here? Oh yeah, we did have the 8R. We also have the pickup that goes with it right there as well. But unfortunately our money is so low that I shouldn't even be looking. That was very saddening. I have no cash. So the idea here is just get the yard mowed and be done with this one. After we mow, we'll come through and rake it, and then we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna make some silage bales, and that is what our cows are gonna be eating, because unfortunately they have not been eating good recently. I've always thought mowing the headlands on a field is always the most difficult part, because you can never quite get it perfect. You get it, just maybe not quite perfect. Also, holy cow, these mowers are loud. Wow. Because this is a rounded field, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this the old-fashioned way, just running each pass, and we'll just go constant in just a perfect circle. We'll watch our front mower, we'll watch the rear mower, and especially areas like down here where they're not going to get along very well, we're going to lose a little bit of overlap. However, when we come around for our second pass, that is when we will actually hit all the spots that we have missed. There we go. We got a little bit that we missed around the edge, so we'll go ahead and hit that as well. Does it look like these mow going backwards? All right, there we go. Perfect. If this was a squared off field, I would 100% be going about this in a different way, but because it's not, this is how I'm doing it. But I'll show you on the second pass around. Well, it's easy. All right, first pass around is complete, and we got a little bit down there at the end, but don't worry about that. We're gonna come down here and we'll show you we got a little spot that is missed, a little straightaway here. Ain't gotta lower anything down, nothing like that. I used to come through, especially with a 3-piece mower setup like this one. I would used to come through and do like a half pass around the outside, but now I do not do that. We just kind of hit a little bit and keep it going. That way I can always keep the mowers down. But like I said, this only works on a rounded edge field. Square edge fields, sometimes you just have to lift the mowers, dude. Square edge fields is also really easy to use with a worker. They lift and lower the mowers at the perfect spots. So yeah, there you go, just do that. I am going to finish up these headlands and we will go from there. I did do a little bit of painting just to help out. Painting? Mowing. Here, I did level this out. The worker is going to be able to do all that just fine, but it got just a little bit too tight down there at the very bottom, so decided to do that myself. Now, let's see how good our workers are gonna do for us. Are you gonna go down and do a good job? Yeah, all right. Now we get to get the combine. Love this thing so much. Oh yeah! It is hard to beat a big combine like this one. Yay! We'll bring it up. There's not many really easy ways in and out of the farm, so I think we're gonna have to go around here a little bit. There's no way that header is going to fit through there over there. Also, I still have not been able to find a header trailer that works good with this header. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. It's the 974 Flex Draper from Caseria's Modding. AKA, I have to keep all of my fields nice and close together for me. Probably would have been a better idea to bring the grass field down a little bit, but, well, that's where it was when I bought it, so whatever. Here we go. Nice soybean field. Perfect for the chicken. This one's going to be another one where we hit it and then keep going. We do need to check to see. I believe it is set up with this in mind, but I think we can also set silos for this as well. But that's a green. Oh, they're overlapping. That's not good. All right. Well, I guess we're going to just send it to this trailer again, huh? We got that. Set destination. Good to go. Destination is set. Bring it down and get all of our settings right. Probably should unfold everything. That is definitely a thing that takes me a little while to do. That's all right. Yeah, so there's our unfold. Love the Dimco setup right there. I think it looks super cool. Turn it on. We are good. Soybeans in the bin, baby. And because we are using the straw mod from Yos Modding, we also get some straw off of here as well. That's going to be super nice. Yeah, look at that. Look at that extension. After using the Hilco, I don't know if I could go back, man. It just looks so cool. That's so awesome. After the first pass around, we were at about 7,000 liters. Not terrible, but considering that soybeans pay an absolute awesome amount. Oh, yeah, we right. Look at this, $5,500. That's like, what is that? Over $35,000 already? That's awesome. So the mower's just finished up, and we are just finished up with our headline right here. Very, very nice. Perfect timing as well. All right, so there's that. And then we are just gonna hire it up and let a worker do their thing. I don't suspect the worker will want to do a partial lane, so we'll go ahead and do this ourselves. Also, we'll be getting rid of all of these trim lines, because, ugh. There we go. Now the worker knows what to do with it. Let's go put it down and get to work. Please don't miss that first little spot. Didn't miss it. Sweet. All right. Now back over to the 6R. Everything's looking good. Nice. So now we get to rake it all up and then bale it. Very excited about this. I say we use the 7810 for this job, right? I mean, we don't need a big old 6R for this. This tractor will be absolutely perfect for this job. Yeah, the turning radius won't be the greatest, but hey, it'll still work, right? See if we can get this out of here without hitting anything. Nice. So I can't remember ever using this mod, piece of equipment, etc. specifically in Farming Simulator 25. I think that I tried using it when we were on Alma, Missouri. Not Alma, Iowa Plains, but I can't quite remember. So you will have to forgive me if we have used this before. Oh, Takes your frame rate though, don't it? Oh man, that is doing it to it. I'm so sorry that you guys are having to watch that. Yikes. I am not going to be making a turn here. We are going to try and make this about as straight as we possibly can. We'll have to do a little bit of turning back there, but I think we'll be okay. It says it can take this turn. I'll be interested to see how bad this is. Yeah, we're definitely missing some around the edge there. Oh, goodness gracious. It says that it can do all of that. No, we're cool, man. I'm cool. How about we just go straight forward like that, raise it up, and we'll kind of square it off. How about that? That's what we're gonna do here. Yeah. Well, I tried squaring it off, and it still looked like I did it exactly the same way. All right, let's go ahead and knock this out. A couple headlands, and then we'll hire it up on a worker, but I fear that the worker will probably ruin some of our work. We'll find out. Turns out this is kind of difficult to use in Farming Simulator. Oh, I forgot there's so much more that I've got left to do. I think next time maybe we go with a trailed windrower between the mower and... it's fun, but it leaves so much. There's so much stuff everywhere. Gosh. It works in the meantime because we don't have the money to buy another one, but I think this will probably be one of the first things that we replace instead of buying something new. Good news! The combine harvester's all done, so that's nice. 29,000, which is very good. Close to 30. That's going to be about $160-some thousand, somewhere around there. That's going to be pretty sweet. Nice payday. Seeing that the field cost us $125,000, I would say that was a win. So, a couple things. We have a bunch of straw, like a lot of it, and it's in this silo right here. The thing is, we are also about to put a lot of silage in there, and I just don't think we're gonna have the room for it. So, and that silo is kind of what is turning our... Why did I back in here with the header? That's where it was to begin with, but we don't need to do that now. We want to put the header right here. There we go. All right. Then we'll put the combine harvester in the shed. Anyway, back to what I was saying. That silo right there is what is giving us our loose stuff. We're still making... wow, that was weird. We're still making bales. But this just converts everything for us. Makes it nice and easy. So then, a couple things to do. We have got some silage bales to make. Yes, we do. And we have... let's see, this only does 125 bales, I believe. Yeah, we are going to be stopping a lot. We are about to make a ton of bales. Holy cow. 8.2 was the meter on here, although we're only going to be using this for a few things. There we go. Let's go ahead, lower the bale down, turn it on, and start picking them up. There you go. All right. Pretty slow, all things considered, but... we'll be making silage bales. This is going to take us a while. This whole field, just in general, is going to take a little bit. Oh, does this have 2 chambers? Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't realize that this kind of... you could just keep going. Oh. How you like them apples? Yeah, had no idea. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think... think it back, I don't know if I've ever even used this baler before. Have I? I have no idea. Still pretty cool, yeah. I mean, it's gonna take forever to make these bales. But hey, it works. So that's what matters most. This is literally the most torturous thing that I've done yet in Farming Simulator. Oh my gosh, it's taking forever. It's so slow! Ah! So I found the solution. However, the problem is... me. We have got this in the Round Balers Plus, but I don't know if it actually wraps any faster, but it will make 1.5 size bales, and they are 125 centimeters. So I'm thinking if we can get ourselves a hold of one of these, things might be a little bit easier down the road for us. So what we've done is we've got one here on lease. It is borrowed, and we're gonna see if we like it. And if we do, we'll just do a trade for it, hopefully to see if we can do A-OK. Oh, I see what's going on now. I think the one that I had an extra chamber on it. It did, didn't it? Yeah. All right, let's see what kind of trouble this one will get us, because I think we have to stop. Yep, sure do. So, do we want to go? No, it didn't turn. Dog, you're supposed to wrap. Or rabble. Okay, so turn bell wrapper. When it says off, it's on. And when it's on, it's off. But that's okay. There we go. All right. So I think now we're good. The good thing is you can just pick them up and put them back in there. So that's nice. We are moving faster, but I do have to stop. So that's always fun. Here we go. It stops, moves the bale, and it drops it. Come on, dude. Oh, it is 100% my fault. I turned off bell wrapping. My bad. My bad. I mean, it still worked, but yep. My bad. So here's the question. Would you like to go through and bale non-stop, or is stopping okay to take the bale out? I feel like I'm getting more done this way. Plus the bales are a bigger size, so I would stop less time. So that's always nice. Yeah. I don't know, it's not too bad. I feel like I'm getting more done this way. I love how the lines from the the windrow don't line up with the lines that I've set for the baler. That's awesome. You know what? Sometimes it's just a day and things don't work out the way that you hoped they would. The good thing is, instead of going like 4 miles an hour, we're going like 13 miles an hour. So this is very, very helpful. I think this is the baler to keep, honestly. Although I would love to figure out that other baler because I like the design. I like the fact that it's got chambers, but it is a little bit slow. This also appears to not have an on-end turner, so you can see which ones are mine and which ones are the ones that were the on-end turner. Man, I would love to figure out that baler. Okay, so I have done another thing just to see if it helps any. So you can see there's another baler over here. I've taken the one with the very, very cool Agritechnica design on there. I've taken that one, but I've increased the wrapper speed by 2 and the drop speed by 1.5. Well, 1.25, something like that. Anyway, let's see how it does with wrapping. That's the thing I'm most curious about. The thing is, the wrapping was actually the reason that this was going so slow. It's because the front and rear sections in here, because it is a non-stop baler, the way they've done it. By the way, I didn't see them mention that anywhere in the mod description. But because it's like that, I wonder, can I go a little bit faster? Usually when you start off, it doesn't really know how fast it can go, so you have to give it just a second. We have to get through this first thing here. Once we do that, I think we'll be okay. There we go. So from the front, should start to speed up a little bit now, maybe. Okay, maybe not. Also, we need to turn on automatic drop. There we go. All right. So it's not going any faster. But it did drop the bale much quicker, so that is a plus. Oh, here we go. We're going 7 miles an hour now. Sometimes it takes it a minute to learn how fast it can go. What if we just speed her up a little bit on our own? I think we can go, I don't know, let's try 10. If I could set this on my own, this would be sweet. There we go. Set at 10 miles an hour. Is that going to be enough? Might be a little bit quick. 10 might be a little bit much. Or 11 was. There we go. Bring it down. Okay. See, this is all right. Sure, I'm not going 13, but I'm also not stopping either. I think this is the winner, man. I think this is our winner right here. It's working. It's working great. Sure, the bales are smaller. Instead of 5,000, they're 3,500 liters, so we'll have to pick up more of them. But I don't have to stop. And it looks cool. Uh-oh. I found the speeds a little bit much in a straight line here. slow it down just a little bit. Maybe about 9. Now the question is this even better? I have no idea. Honestly, even 8 miles an hour is a little bit too fast for this. Although the grass that we're getting over here is actually pretty good. We got a great yield on this side of the field. I wish that I could make the chambers a little bit bigger. It's the second chamber that always needs to be bigger, but it's always smaller for some reason. All right, back out of the game again to mess with settings some more. You know, if I would have just done this, it would have been done so much faster. All right, so I've changed some more stuff around, hopefully to be able to go a little bit faster. I've increased the animation for the back, at least I think I did. Although it doesn't look like I've done a thing. Well, that one certainly worked. Yeah, the bell wrap worked. The animation that for this to go forward to pick up the bell was also supposed to be increased, but I think we can tell that that has not happened. But the bell wrap has definitely worked, so cool. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We got to figure it out. I forgot to windrow this, so we're just gonna have to pick it up like this. All right, last bale's coming out now. With this baler, we did 22 bales, but I have no idea how many total we made. And because I've restarted, who knows how many I have made. But apparently we've made 1,746 bales. It seems like too many. I think the big tell is probably going to be how this does with straw bales and how fast we can get these done and collected. It is doing its normal thing. It'll grab it, bring it, and just take it back and drop it off. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be doing all right. We got quite a few straw bales to do. This may take us a little while, but we'll get it done. Also, this appears to not be the correct working width. I forgot what the working width is on it. 10.6 is the magic number, ladies and germs. So I think this baler's doing okay, and for now we are just going to keep this one. Also because I have full control over it, and I can change up some settings and here and there in the XML whenever I want to. Yeah, maybe I'll learn a few things about it. As we go into build mode, I just want you to see all the bells that I have made that literally took me forever. Oh, I forgot to turn off the destruction. No wonder we got little spots everywhere. That's not good. That means I gotta get an overseeder too. Great. We did make the bales of the straw field though. Yeah, check that out. Straw bales, let's go. We got a bunch of them and there's no way they're all gonna fit in this teeny tiny little silo that we've got. So we need to try a few things. First things first, we're gonna try and see how much money we can make right off the bat. Since we're doing round bales now, we don't need the baby baler and that bale trailer anymore. So we're going to be selling, oh, 9,400 bucks. That's not very good, is it? How much did we get off of this? 45. Okay, great. So not much at all. Perfect. So here's what we've got on there. 500,000 liters. Not too shabby. And it costs 26 grand. We could buy another one if we wanted to. We also have this bigger one right here for 2 million, but it's $80,000, which is unfortunate because we don't have $80,000. So in here, let's see, food, they could do, what is it, 100,000 liters of silage? Can we give them that? I think we can. We could have made hay and it would have been a little bit easier, but whatever. We've got some silage, so that is what they are going to be getting. Before we do that, though, we do have a couple little things to do so that we can make some room for everything. So number one, we've got our trailer in here, which is full of soybeans. At least I'm hoping that it's full of soybeans because they're not in the combine harvester. There we go. We need to take this into town over to the grain elevator and drop it off. Nice. All right. And as far as I'm concerned, we will continue using this silo at the grain elevator down here. We'll continue using this until whenever. It's kind of nice. Actually, a lot of maps have stuff like this, so anybody could use stuff like this, but Alma, Missouri, definitely got one of the best ones. Next up, we've got a bunch of straw. So we'll take a look in here real quick. Yes, they are basically full of straw. Fit about 40,000 liters in there, and they're only going to take 57 per year. So I think all of the straw that we've got in here can actually be sold. and we have a lot of it. The other idea I've got is we kind of need a sell point somewhere. I thought about either putting one inside the building, but more likely to the side of the building. See, we've got space to drive around it. We've got a pathway that's already started. So technically we could build a pathway that just went all the way around this building. The header's in the way, but we'll figure that one out. We're just gonna pick it up. Forget this. It's also moving a lot. I'm not quite sure what is causing that, but hopefully it doesn't do it much anymore. Go and turn that off. And then this tree needs to be getting going. But other than that, I think that's about all we need to do. Map object hider is the best. My favorite sell point, and one that I will probably use until the day that I die, is this guy right here. Absolutely love this one. Our buddy Schulzmani did a great job with it, so we'll put that about right there. And then now we just need to build some kind of a pathway. I need to find out what kind of dirt this is over here first. It is called dirt gravel. There you go. Very nice indeed. So we are just going to make ourselves a little pathway. Let's see, we need to make a circle. There we go. About like that. Maybe a little bigger. Ooh, that's a little bit too much. How about we just stick with this one first? We'll use this, loop it around here. Might be a little bit much there. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. And it just kind of dips right behind here. We'll drive into there, and then boop. Right over that. So we'll have to drive over it regardless of what we do. Once we do that, bam, all is good. Nice. Yeah, I think honestly, that's pretty good. Very straightforward. And I guess we're just going to go in and sell all of this. I do need to go the other way around. I had to turn off the drops, and this auger wagon will drop out of the bottom as well. And I was having a problem with that because it was dropping it into that silo. I let that go for way too long. So for this, we're going to have to kick it out a little bit. Actually, real quick, I haven't checked the sell price for straw yet. I'm okay selling it over here at a loss, but I don't want to sell it for too much of a loss. See, sell everything. Holy cow, there's a bunch of them. There we go. 118. Bulk fill is 235. Max in the game is 192, so I don't know. I think we're okay with 118. We've got a bunch of it, so we're still going to make decent cash. So that whole thing, not terrible. 11,000 liter or $11,000, another 1,300 for the environmental score. Nice. So we could do that like 5 or 6 times today because we're again gonna have way too much straw. We may end up having to sell some silage as well. There's no telling how much silage we've got out there. All right, we're down to 37,000 liters in there now. This is our 4th, I believe, dump on this one. Yes, I know it's coming out of an auger. Just let me have it. All right, there's another 11 and 1 3. So we're up to 82 grand. We've about doubled our money. Very nice. So we're now going to put this to the side, and we're gonna get out there and start picking up some bales. We're gonna start, I think, with silage just to see what we've got, because we got to figure that out as well. So here we go. Let's get out there and start picking these bales up. I think it's the first time that I've actually used this bale trailer. Hey, all right. And I have no idea how many we can actually pick up with this thing. I hope it's a lot because we have a lot of bales. All right, so it looks like it's gonna be about 24 or 22. I'm not quite sure. 22 it is. All right, so there we go. We've got 100% fill on here. Looking good. I wish I could hook a couple of these together. I vaguely remember us being able to do that. Oh well, it's okay to have just one. It's a pretty heavy trailer anyway, so that's all right. We'll bring this here, and it should, yep, go ahead and take those in. So, how much silage do we have in there now? Where's our silage number? Did I lose my silage number? Oh, it's not showing in here for some reason. Well, that's all right. It's going to show in here. 81,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go and get some more. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's not 500,000 liters total. It's 500,000 liters of each. My bad. We probably sold more straw than we had to. That's okay. We got plenty more straw over here. There we go. Got some more silage on here. Take a look. 169. So not as much as I thought. We definitely sold a bunch, and I don't think we're going to be selling any silage. However, since these bales are all about the same, I should be able to come over here and just pick up some of these straw bales while we're at it. Oh yeah. I decided to do something a little bit different. I'm making the bales in little stacks. Cute little stacks. There we go. And just kind of put them off to the side. Is that that cool? I don't know. I feel like I'm saving time doing this. I could also be wasting time. That is a big possibility. Cool beans. Now all we gotta do is take all of these stacks back over to the silo, and I think we're good from there. And actually, at that point, all of our fields will have been harvested. So we will have to start figuring out what we're gonna be doing. Making TMR is not a necessity at this point, so one grass field I think is gonna be more than enough, plus the amount of cattle that we have currently, I think is going to be absolutely more than enough that we only have one grass field, especially if we're gonna be harvesting 2 or 3 times a year. If we got more cows, well, then that's a different question, I think, isn't it? I like the idea of having that as our grass field over there, though, even though it's not, you know, it's a little not squared off, if you want to think about it like that. Oh, we got them all. Sweet. It's not fun to do grass work on. This field would probably be way easier to do grass work on, but if we made some changes to this field, maybe square off some of the edges, then, you know, it would be squared off. Not all of them, but some of the edges would be square. All right, so this will be our last load over here, and now we get to do some math. I know, I'm not supposed to be doing math on screen. I'm so sorry. So what do we get? Well, we got 237,000 liters of silage. We're gonna get that twice a year, so let's just say 450. Sure, that's on the low end, 450,000 liters. If we look over here, the cows are going to need 210,000 liters per year of food. So with that logic, we could double the amount of cows that we have currently. We got 50. We could get another 50 and have 100 cows in there, but we would lose a little bit of money, and we would lose, well, money. Yeah, money's about it, isn't it? That would cost us $63,000, $58,000 once I go to the bank and threaten them to give me my $5,000 back. So there's options. We've got things that could be done. We do need to go ahead and give the cows some silage. And yes, I got a mod installed that turns bales instantly into silage. Again, thanks to Yos. He makes pretty cool stuff, doesn't he? Oh, yeah. I don't know how much this is going to hold, but we're just going to fill this thing up and then go from there. Food is 100,000 liters, and that's exactly what this trailer holds. Now, this is going to be sweet because our productivity is going to raise from 40% up to 80% just by giving them some of this food, right? We do need to tip side back. There we go. And it is dumping the food. Yes, please. Oh, yeah. And I've also installed the mod for our manure as well. Let's see if we could find it in here. There it is. Manure heap small, though it holds 500,000 liters. How you like them apples? Very, very good apples, I must add. I kind of thought about like putting it here, so it's like right over here, right beside the animals. I don't know. Let's hop out here. Let's open up this gate. See exactly where that opens, and then maybe put the manure around that spot. So we can put it like right here-ish. Yeah? We have to back it up a little bit. We also need to turn off snapping. Oh, it still has snapping regardless. All right. What if instead of being in there, it's outside? Huh? What do we think about that? Maybe about right here. It's just nice, out of the way. Bam. I like that. That feels good. Also, we have silo extensions for this too. We've got the manure heap small extension, 500,000 liters, and we also have an unrealistic one as well for 25 million. I think we'll probably be good with this one, honestly. And it is connected, so we are good. Hey, all the cows are over here. They're like, oh my God, silage! Yeah! All right, well, there is one thing that we can do. There is a seeder that is currently on sale, but we need to go sell the seeders that we've got. Yes, I'm running because I'm so excited. It's a surprise, don't ask. Also, coffee. It's not gonna be as big as these are, but it is decent. Also, I think I might keep one of these. Not all of them. Maybe the one on the front. We'll keep that one. Yeah, I hope that's the one that I selected. It is. Okay, cool. You never know what you're doing, man. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep this one. I think it's a good idea to have one of these. I still don't have enough money, so we're going to have to take out a little bit of a loan. It's not going to be much, but I need about 120 grand. So whatever that means in borrowing money, 123. We should probably borrow 50 grand just in case. Our purchases are done and our leasing is done because there is some stuff that we need to lease. It's an overseater. Surprise. I am so excited for this. Finally, we get to upgrade our seating setup to something that is very, very good. The problem is I don't know if we have enough power for this. It says 270 horsepower. I feel like this tractor doesn't have enough, even though it's got like 360 horsepower. But you know what? Hey, if it works, right? It's a little big. I will admit. I think a 7 or an 8000 series or 7000 or 7R 8R, something like that, might be good. But I mean, it's pulling it. It's pulling it fast. All we need is some seed in here, which is easy to put in. We'll just dump it in there, and then we're ready to go, dude. And we've got this guy. This is our overseater that we have leased, not purchased, but leased. And I was a little bit worried about the weight. It does seem like the weight is, it's there. I don't have a lot of grip on the front tires. But once we get it into the field, I'm assuming it'll be okay. Usually these do really well with a worker as well, just because they're a little smaller. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see how we take this turn right here. And hard right. Oh, okay. It's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. This will be nice. It'll help us out in the field. So what we will do is go ahead and get it unfolded. We will select our tractor, make sure that our crop sensors are turned on. There we go. Grass is selected. So yes, we will continue to put grass in this field, at least for now. Just like previously, I will be running some headlands myself. There we go. Turn it on. Rock and roll. Nice, 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 nice. I don't know how this does with precision farming, though. I don't know if it's a thing. I mean, I know we've got our stuff down there at the bottom. And if we change up, there we go, the nitrogen needs, it's not doing anything. It just looks like there's being fertilizer put down. But it's just reseeding. That's all it's doing for us. There's zero nitrogen gain whatsoever. So I'm convinced that maybe we need to put nitrogen down first. That's going to mean setting our seeder aside for now. We'll pull forward and we'll kind of back up right here. I love this thing so much. But yes, we need to do some other work first. I think it's funny, we still have solid fertilizer from whenever we accidentally bought 50,000 liters of it. Oh, it's fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. Doesn't look like anything's changing. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but the nitrogen levels are not changing. They should be. They should definitely be. But they're not. Huh. Wonder what's going on with that. Well, I think we can all agree that is super weird. Don't like that at all. Oh well, let's get back to it. Let's reseed this thing. Excuse me. Overseed this thing. All right, we finished that up. We're gonna hire it up on a worker. Hopefully they do a good job. I don't have a clue where they are going right now. Why would you start there? Do you think workers suck? You know what? Whatever. I'm just not gonna look at it. And if I don't look, maybe it'll do something better than dumbness. That means, of course, it's going right back to where it was. Stupid workers, man. All right, but that means that we get to take the big John Deere seeder, the new one. Oh, yeah. We get to take this and figure out what we're gonna do with this. Of course, it went forward 2 feet. Good job, idiot. Oh, I forgot. These suck with workers in the middle of the fields. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they only do like the spots that it thinks it needs to do and then doesn't do anymore. Oh, I'm gonna have to do all of this myself. No. Well, that was fun for a while, but grassland damage is now off. And we're also done with this guy. So there we go. We can get rid of that. But not quite yet. Because that seed in there is mine. I'm not getting rid of that. We're gonna put that in the other one. Oh yeah, and I also forgot about lime. Yes, I understand we need to do lime. I have forgotten. Yes, I did. There we go. Get that scooted away. And we get over here and return that. Sweet. I actually haven't had to do lime since we accidentally filled this thing up. So there's 27,000 liters in here. I think, do we see if we could just get another fertilizer spreader to do lime? Because that one's ridiculous. Ooh, we also have a merger in here as well. That would be fantastic to have. Well, I couldn't find one. So guess what? 24, no. How many is that? 28 pallets. Goodness gracious. That's ridiculous. All right, let's get in here. Let's change that seed rate at the very bottom to nitrogen. pH, that's it. And get to it. It is changing it. Okay, that is good. And we are going way too fast. Let's bring that down a little bit. There we go. From looking at it, it didn't seem like this field or the one beside us needed a whole lot, but a little help here and there was definitely warranted. One field done, 2 more to go. Don't forget, we have 3 fields now. Yay! Apparently, automatic application rate was turned off. And so we have less than ideal lime on these fields. And I don't think I can lime over lime, can I? No, I cannot. Great. So we're going to have to go another harvest without. Oh, that's going to suck. I was wondering why I was putting down an exorbitant amount, but not really doing much. Yeah, this is really putting a good amount on. As you can see, I mean, down here it's okay, but there's some spots that are way less than ideal. That's all right. I guess we'll be okay. We could also come through whenever we are doing, after we seed and after we fertilize, we should be able to put lime on top of that again, and maybe we'll get everything back to normal. Oh, and there was one other idea that I had. You guys will have to tell me. I don't remember if I did this in Farming Simulator 22 or not, but it was combining these 2 fields right here. These 2 guys. So it would basically just be one field that went all the way down to here and then kicked back up around the pond and then straight over. I don't want to do any of these down here, not yet. Of course, we don't have enough money to buy them anyway. But just turning this whole section here into one. Thought about it. You have to tell me what you think. I ran out of lime. But hey, fields are pretty much done, so we're not going to worry about it. Hey! I wish I could just hit a button and then all of this would load in, but that's not how that works, is it? Nope, not at all. All right, so it is currently May, and we need to figure out what we are going to plant. We have options: wheat, barley, oats, canola, long grain rice, oilseed, radish, grass, peas, spinach, and alfalfa. Alfalfa causes a few issues when it comes to mowing, so we will skip that for now. Wheat, barley, oats, we've done plenty of those. As a matter of fact, soybeans was actually pretty nice. When can we sell soybeans? This is something that I did not look into. July. Okay, so if we do soybeans now, it's going to be another year before we can sell, so we won't worry about that. We don't have a rice paddy, so we're not doing long grain rice, so it looks like we are with our cereals again, canola and or the others. I think we rock canola on the big field. That's definitely the way to go. And then I think we're going to do some wheat over here on this field. Let's set it up. Steering assist. Yep. Number headlands 2, please. Thank you very much. And then we're going to have to figure this one out. Let's... Crop sensor is turned on, so that's good. Automatic application of seeds. I believe that's on. Yep. I don't think there's anything else that I need to do. So, cool beans. We just need to change our thing at the very bottom to our seed rate. Just to kind of check it out. I don't know why. Don't ask. Drop it down. Turn it on. Does this tractor have what it takes? I think the answer to that is a very, very astounding yes. Dude, it's like this thing doesn't weigh anything at all. It's 7.8 tons, but it doesn't feel like anything on the back of this tractor. I bet I could go into super mode and be just fine. Well, this is just a pleasant surprise, isn't it? Yes, it is. A very, very pleasant surprise indeed. Oh, I've missed some back there. And as soon as it got a little too tight, that's when you felt the weight of this thing. Oh, going up the hill. We're good. We got it. Hey, okie dokie, baby. So now we have a bit of a chore to do because we have a lot of seeding. We've got some fertilizing that needs to be done. All kinds of stuff. Of course, I missed some back there again. Come on. Oh, and I forgot I still own that other seeder as well. That may be something that we can use. And apparently the fertilizer spreader won't won't load unless you're at it. How did it load from up there? Just load beside. Come on. Whatever. I don't need that right now anyway. Put some canola in the ground. We're doing canola again. That way we can get a little bit extra cash off of it. That's kind of what we're looking for on this one. Are we going to miss the outside? We sure are. It's a bit squirrely with this one, but it is okay. So where are we at? Well, we got 20 grand. Not too shabby. Unfortunately, we are 50 grand in the hole. So we could pay back some of that. Hopefully we make a little bit of extra cash. And our cows are actually doing decent. They are producing a little bit more milk now that we've given them silage to eat. Straw is producing manure. We've got 600, 666, yikes. And we have a good amount of slurry as well. So that's where some of our income is going to start coming from. I'm going to look into some pretty cheap productions. Maybe we can move milk over. Maybe have a very small dairy, something like that. But until then, we're probably just going to be selling raw products from there until we can make our money back. And not only that, it's going to be hard to make 30 grand when we're not going to be selling anything until the end of the year. So we pop over here, take a look. We do have a good amount of soybeans. Ignore the amount of straw that we have right there. That's in an animal pen. We're getting close to our soybean sale, but we're not quite there yet. Usually it's a little difficult to get this thing going. Oh yeah, it's just a little bit tough to get going. I think we just need a tractor with like a bigger tractor. It's something. Oh, those wheels are doing fun stuff over there. All right, now they're okay. I think we just need a bigger tractor with more mass. Something like that would probably be very helpful with this. I don't think I've got the LaForge connection on the bottom of this. We're not going to worry about that. But I think a 7R and 8R eventually might be in the cards. We were quite ambitious with the seeder. Although I'm really happy that we've got this. There's only one more move before we kind of have our end-all goal of seeder. And it's actually one that I made when Farming Simulator 25 came out. This guy right here, the 1775 NT seeder. I made it a seeder. I will direct drill. I think the other one direct drills too. Yeah, but this one is a planter and a seeder. We could also maybe keep it down a little bit and go for something like a Kinsey right here. As a matter of fact, I think we have one of those on sale, don't we? We did it one time. Yeah, right here. But unfortunately, is a planter. Let's see how we do turning this thing around. Oh yeah, I was going straight that whole time. Oh boy, yeah, it's a tight one. Oh, and now the weight won't let me turn. I think with this thing we're gonna have to upgrade a little bit. We can get through this field, but I tell you what, I think the first thing we need to do after we start making some money is we need to actually get a bigger tractor. Here's the thing. I don't know when we're going to be able to do that. We have 69 nice hours left on the 8R series right here. That's actually great. It's half off. We'll have plenty of horsepower, so that'll be good. It's almost 3 days, and this is very, very beneficial to us because in 2 days, we're going to be selling our soybeans. We're going to make a pile of money. So, yeah, about 150 grand, I think, from those. So I think that's probably going to be the move there, unless there's another John Deere that pops up. This is a green farm after all, so those are going to be the pieces of equipment that we use. But if we could get ourselves a big 8R with duals, I know it's the base game one that's on sale, but hey, it's on sale and I can afford it. We can upgrade later once we get some extra cash. All right, our 2 passes are done. We go ahead, oh, it's such a heavy piece of equipment. We can go ahead and hire this thing up. We'll let him go over here somewhere and that'll be fine. Definitely a big struggle, honestly. Definitely a big struggle getting this thing to move. But hey, we got it, so I say okay. All right, do all that, sure. Please and thank you. Did it just change stuff to sideways? Oh, no. No, it's fine. I think it's okay. Yeah. What did I just see? I swear I just saw the lines going sideways. All right, maybe I'm going sideways. Let's move on. Our next job is fertilizing. We gotta get some fertilizer down on the ground. You see, I made a mistake the last time I came through here. Whenever we were putting down lime, you might be able to see on this field over here on the right, the outside looks great. And over here, I guess looks fine. And over here's a little patchy. It's because I got pretty much through most of these and then realized I didn't have automatic application rate turned on. That was the problem. Also, big shout out to everybody, including Schultz Modding, who has sent me information about this field, 34. We came through 34 and we've done a couple contracts. It's been super annoying. And turns out my working width was bigger than this section right here. And because of that, it wouldn't let me do anything. So I guess the idea is to take my working width, cut it in half, and then just do the second pass. Yeah, just skip a line. Anyway, back to this one. We need to get this one done. We need to make sure that we have automatic application rate turned on because my idiotic brain will probably mess it up somehow. So let's bring it up and let's make sure. Deactivate automatic application rate. That means that it's good. Very good indeed. We also want to change the bottom down here to the nitrogen levels. Oh, yeah. And that way, we'll actually be good to go. Is it changing? It is! Yay! It doesn't usually do much whenever you're close to the edge of the field, but I'll never know why it doesn't do that. Precision farming doesn't like the edges of the fields too much. It just is what it is. So we are just going to stay inside these lines. Still messed it up down at the end. Oh well. Also with precision farming and that kind of thing, usually I don't try too much to hit every single itty bitty spot. If we miss one or two here and there, that's okay. I'm not too concerned. Alrighty, there's one. Nice and perfect. We have the wheat field right next to us. We're gonna do the same thing there. Time to check on our cedar. How are we doing? So, looks like they've got 2 more passes, maybe 3, something like that. Otherwise, looking all good. Perfect. So we're all done with the seeding. That's good. And this machine is absolutely filthy. It looks awful. So we go and give this thing a nice deep clean, assuming that I can drive it in there. I may. Oh, I can't pull it either. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fit. Not with these things. Oh, they have collisions too. This is dangerous. We're not even gonna try. Weird, it backs up perfectly fine though. Here's one. Yeah, we'll just drive this. Of course, I have to start the engine first. We'll just grab this one and roll it out here. It's no dual wheeled, but I think it'll work just fine. Let's put it right here. That way I never have to figure out how to get a hold of it again. Perfection. All right. Now we go and take this, put it back over at the main farm, and we're done with that. I've run into an issue. It's too tall to fit in that barn, and it's almost too tall to fit in this barn. I might be able to pull it in the side, but I don't think the door's wide enough. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Looks like it's going behind the shed for now. Sorry, bud. And somehow our Mac Don has finally made a full circle. Well, half circle anyway. Obviously I did not pull in from this way and unload it. That thing needs an update. It's moving around too much. All right, so a couple more things. We need to put down our fertilizer on this field, and then we need to come back through and redo some of the lime because we definitely messed that up a little bit. So we'll do that, and then once that's all said and done, we will see you right back here when I think we'll be able to fast forward a day in game finally. So now that we've done all of that, I really want to start prepping kind of the manure, slurry, milk side of things because we don't have anything that's going to work with any of that yet. So we're going to take our 6R, we're going to go into town, and we're going to see what we can come back with. Currently, we don't have a tipper trailer, and we need one of those for moving manure or, you know, something smaller. I'm not going to be spreading manure, not right now. We don't have enough, but it will be selling it. So there's that. We need something that's going to hold a decent amount of stuff. We also need some kind of tank that I can use for slurry and milk. Yes, I'm going to put both in there. It's a game, not real life. Moving on. I guess I probably should have looked to see if there was anything even over here worth getting. Because we don't need anything right now. Eventually we're gonna need it, but we don't need it right now. Here's a fun one, the liquids transporter. By hand, let's see, holds 1,600 liters. Might be a little bit low, but it still looks pretty fun. We also got a four-wheeler in here as well. That might be something worth looking into. So let's see. Let's look at tipper trailers first. So we've got our trailer. I decided not to go too wild and crazy with it. It's just a small little farm tech trailer. This one theoretically holds 4,000. However, for some reason I had a modded version. I think one that I did. This one holds 25,000 liters. So there you go. Little trailer, but big heart, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Now we need a liquids trailer. Theoretically something to put on the back of it, but we can also find maybe a front tank as well. Let's see what we got. Well, I tried to buy this one, the AV1600 from the tanker trailer pack. Love that one, by the way. I was trying to avoid using the MKS8 again. We tend to use that a lot. This is another one. Thought about going with this, but I think I'm just going to avoid that for now. Let's see, we got a couple versions of that. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but it wouldn't hook up to the trailer that I wanted to hook it up to. Also, this one has a hitch on it, so I can run both of these at the same time. That was the idea. The trailer that I wanted to use, the little AB, though it was cool, I wasn't able to do this with them. So, there you go. At least taking it back. I was lazy. I'm so lazy. It is a cool setup on the trailer, though. I'm using a new design that I haven't used before. We're using the brushed steel look, and we've also gone with dual wheels on there and made them black. Tried not to go green on this equipment. There we go. Just drop them in front and be done with that. Now, I think there's one more thing to do, I think. Well, I thought I had chosen what I wanted, but look at the wheels at the back. They're not even connected to the tire. I guess I can't go with that setup, can I? I'm gonna find something else. There we go. These are a little bit better. Oh yeah, super excited about this one. Got the straps on there. Got the trailer hitch on the back. We are good to go, homie. To be fair, all I had was tractors, so having something like this is definitely nice. All right, it's getting late in the day, so I think it's time for us to take a little bit of a nap and hit you back up in June. Good morning. Let's see how our cattle have done today, because there's really nothing else to do today in game. So we need to check on these guys. Let's see, we're at 4,800 liters of milk. Not too shabby. Manure's up to 6,666. Of course, knock it off with that. And then 13,000 of slurry. Food's still okay. Silage is still okay in there, so we're good. Okie dokie. Yeah, there's really nothing we need to do today, I don't think. The only thing we need to be focusing on is soybean sales. We're looking for 55,680. Right now, we're about $1,000 short of that. So my idea, actually, I wonder if I can pull those pieces, or the tank and the trailer that I got with this. If I can, we may get rid of that tanker and get that AB again and hook it up to this, because that would be super cool. I think the AB and this trailer have the same hitch. No, this trailer has a pin hitch. Yeah, we're gonna use a tractor. So we got one on lease just to give it a try. I think it's a little silly. I'm sure there's a trailer that will work, but this one just doesn't work for me. Eventually we'll get it figured out, but I think I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of mod or something like that to use. So for now, we'll say all good. It's cool, man. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Let's jump in the 7810. This'll be all right. First, let's see how our trailer does right here. I made this about 1.5 years ago, so let's see how it does. Manure in, looking good. Oh man, that thing fills up pretty quick too, all things considered. Day after day, I think we'll be all right. Sweet. Now we're not gonna make a bunch of money. I'd be surprised, a couple $100 maybe. I don't know, about to find out, but, oh, 600. And then we got an extra 10% off of that. Okay, hey, that was pretty good. I'm all right with that. But the idea is just to sell the manure and the milk and the slurry, just so we can make a little bit of profit. Just a little bit. That's all we need. Just a little profit, man. And to be fair, milk doesn't actually fluctuate that much. 1,800 to 2,200. It's a $400 per liter increase. That might mean something to you, but it doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm just going to go through here. Actually, this trailer on the back of this tractor looks fantastic. I'm just going to do this like a normal. Let's fill this thing up. In and around. Tell you what, making this little loop right here with a sell point on the other side. This was such a great idea. I hadn't even thought about animals at that point. There we go. 1,200. Okay. And then lastly is going to be milk. And this one should just be a very quick yeet right on the side. There we go. Fill up with milk. 4,800 liters. Ooh, that goes a little slow if we got a couple thousand in there. That's all right. And our total from that will be $9,400 with $1,000 extra at the end of it. That is pretty good. Finances, 75,000. I think we could pay back. There you go. We could pay back 15. So now we're down to 60. We'll see how that goes for us overnight. But I'm most excited because overnight, or tomorrow sometime, is when we're going to be selling our soybeans. And just a reminder, our 8R is still sitting there. We've still got more than 2 days left at this point. And look, the weight that I plan on getting for it is literally right there as well. Look at that. Now, this is the 280, so it's only got 326 horsepower, but I can use the engine boost mod that I've got and bump that up. My game plan is going to be go for Michelin dual tires, twins right here, and then the US variant of that configuration. I mean, we can just go with a weight on the front. That is a possibility, but I think a 3 points, I don't know. A 3-point does stick out a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe we'll go for the front weight. Like Cali Series Pro's 14 grand for it. It's going to be an expensive tractor once we get there. All right, well, we've kind of hit the mark here, 5,600, but everything's going down already. We've already missed the high sell for soybeans. We're going to have to get to it, man. Now, I know bulk fill station up here. I know it has the best price. No, we're not selling there. I don't want to overdo it. Let's see. This sell everything's at $5,100. Do I have 3 of these on the map already? I know where 2 of them are. Where's the third one? Well, I have it tagged. Oh, it's this way. This way. But it's not showing up. Huh. I don't remember putting one down. Maybe I put one down on this farm? I don't remember. Grass is looking good though. I think we've got one more growth stage until it's ready to go. Yeah, one more growth stage. So we got another month. So looks like August will be our time to shine there. All right. I can't help but want to know where in the world this sell point is. Oh, that's right. I put one over here for... Oh, I forgot about this one. I put this here for the bell cells that we were doing. Oh, yeah. We should probably delete that. All right, let's go get that crop that we had right over here. I went under there for some reason. And we've got, what was it, 30-some thousand liters, something like that. It's going to be a lot of money. 29,000. There you go. Oh, well, I was getting ready to get on the railroad tracks right here because it is so much faster than trying to find the road. So we are going that way. Actually, I don't know. Maybe going the road's better because we'll skip a lot of weirdness. How about we just do straight line? Straight line feels pretty good to me, man. We're going to do straight line. We're going to drive over everybody else's farms. Can I make it under here? Yeah. Okay, good. This isn't my field. I didn't think it was. We don't have a field that's ready to go. Let's go through here. Yeah. And then we just need to aim for that silo system right across. You know what? Let's just take off that PD8. This is Alma, Missouri. I know where I'm going. Should be right up here. It's flat. There it is. Yes, sir. All right. So, I see 30,000, 5,000. Let's see exactly how much money we're going to get for this. I think it's about 150 grand. But I don't think that's enough. Okay, we got a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's the environmental score. Forgot about that part. So the issue here, after selling that, is we still don't have enough money to do what I wanted to do. We did not make enough money off of that crop. We still have a $60,000 loan. That brings us to like 110 grand. So what does that mean for us? Well, that means that if we want to get the tractor that we want, we better hope that the milk is paying pretty good today. All right, let's see what we got. The slurry ain't gonna pay hardly anything, but it's always nice to have a little bit. 10,000 liters. It's good to know what we can actually expect out of the cows though. So this should be our first time of actually seeing, hey, This is how much you're really gonna get from the animals. Yeah, not much, $1,000. Let's hit them with the milk sale. Bam! All right, a little bit, not much, but a little bit, made by 13,500, somewhere around there. So then now it's definitely gonna be we need to go ahead and buy that tractor. Words, what are the words? What were the words? Line, what's the line? Let's do this again. And it's now time to go buy our next tractor. My script says go buy John Deere 8R, do it now. Anybody believe I actually use a script for these? We just play the game, man. Naturally, I'm looking to see if there's anything else in here that we got on sale overnight. Let's see. How much time's left? You know what? Oh, wait, hang on. That's a different one, isn't it? Yo, that's a different tractor. 130? Hang on a minute. Is this a better option? It doesn't have a 340, but it does come with a 310. It comes with the Goodyear LSWs on here. Oh, I mean, we could bump the edge of power up. We got a weight bracket on the front. We could do a 3-point if we want. I don't want to. I think a weight is a much better option here. Dude, is this a better buy? It's a better buy. Oh, it's so cool. I love that. Can we do some row crops though? I do like a good row crop. Where's my 36-inch dual weights? Yeah, that's what it is. So instead of costing us $168,000 like I was planning on, or $188, I think when it was going to be all said and done, $122. Now that ain't bad at all, I would say. Ladies and gentlemen, check out my new tractor. And that also means that now we can go in here and pay back some of our loan, which would bring us down to $0 loan, and I got my tractor. Everybody wins. I can't believe it. Oh man, I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy. You have no idea. Oh, I did forget this is the one that's got a little bit of weight to it, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Well, you know what? We'll just have to deal with it. So at this point, we now have combine harvester. I guess the one we're gonna use forever. I don't know. Seems to work okay, and we pretty much got unlimited capacity, so a-okay there. We have a great seeder, or great seeder. Could upgrade that at some point, but now we can. That's the important part. Let's see. With 3 tractors, so we don't need any more tractors. You know what? I think we are good to go. At least with equipment right now, I think we've got just about everything we could possibly need. I'm going to swap this out at some point because I do not enjoy using it. But that's, a different reason. So now August is here, and that means we have some harvesting to do. Not so much on our wheat and canola field, but we do have grass ready to go. We also have some final chores to be done today as well, like getting our manure up, selling our milk, and collecting the slurry for sales. All of that made us about $15,000, which is pretty good, and I'm really happy about it. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of grass work. We're going to be making some silage bales. Look good. Yeah, love a good silage bale. And we got to figure out what in the world to do with this thing. Because after the last time we used it, I realized it's not fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it right away. That way I don't have to look at it anymore. The problem is, the one that I was going to buy on sale, I forgot to buy it on sale, and it is no longer in the sale section. Yes, we have smaller ones like this, but 3.5, it's gonna be like 7 meters, but I have to do it twice and go back and forth. No, see, that's not gonna work. Now we could go with something like this. This would be a lot more working. It would work a lot better for me, at least. Pricing is going to be a big thing. I mean, we have to make sure that we've got prices good. See, we got a Squadron 900 right here. Price a little bit higher for that one. It's a 9 meter versus an 8.4. But the price, $10,000 almost price increase doesn't really match. I want to avoid the K brand as much as I can, just so I don't accidentally say it. Something like this would be super cool, with one exception. We don't have the money for it. This is the one that was on sale. I don't remember what the price was for it, but this is definitely the kind of equipment that I would like to use, but I think maybe for now we go with something like this. Also, did I say $10,000 difference between the two? It's like $6,000. That's my bad. Oh yeah, something like this might be super nice as well. This is just a windrow, and you can actually hook stuff up to the back of it. I really like the way that it's set up, but pricing is a little bit high right now. So like I said, I think we're just going to go with this and be done with it. All right, let's get it going, man. Yeah. So we've got our front mower here. Would be nice if we had some more John Deere mowers in the game. I know we've got the trailed mower, but it's super small. It'd be nice to have some bigger equipment. Although, to be fair, I don't know if John Deere makes big equipment. Krone may be the way that we have to go with that with this series. And you know what? That's okay. I just kind of wanted to use some JD stuff, that's all. All right, let's head down here. We are going to be doing this one the same way that we do all mowing. Bring it here. Oh, spin around. All right, line this up. Here we go, looking good. Let's go ahead and get everything turned on. And from here, I'm just gonna make sure the outside edge is perfect. This is a pretty interesting field here anyway, so I'm not gonna worry too much about trying to get everything on the inside done. We'll do all of that on our next pass. Straight lines are gonna be easy, but I just wanna make sure that outside edge is good. Now that we've hit our first pass around, we're still gonna have a few little spots here and there that are showing grass that, you know, was in the middle. There's a weird thing where when you're taking turns with a mower setup like this, it kind of gets lost under the middle. And like this one right here, you guys have probably had this happen to you many times. I just wait and hit it when I'm coming around again. Seems to work every time. And then we get this little spot here. Boop. Got it. Done. Ready to go. I figured mowing this would probably be easier if I just did it and just knock it out and get it out of the way before we come through with our windrow. So that's exactly what I'm doing. At the end of it all, we're going to be making silage bales, and the silage bales will be going over to the cows. However, some of that silage might be sold depending on how much we have. Because, like I said, we'll get 2 to 3 harvests a year. Let's see, August, September, October, November. We might get another harvest out of this grass, November, December, if we're lucky. We'll find out and see. See, all done. We're good. Boom. Don't need it. No mo. Now, it's been a while since I've used this, so let's see what kind of trouble I can get myself into. I believe the working width on this is incorrect. Yeah, it's a 7.6 right here. However, if we pop in here, it is very obviously 8.4. I reported this to Giants a while ago, and it looks like it still hasn't gotten fixed yet. So if you're ever using this, do not do what it tells you to do. 8.4 is your number, man. That's your number, man. Look at this. Fits perfect. Aha. So what I'm gonna do first, because we have enough room to turn around, a lot of this is gonna be, I know it says that it wants me to do that, but no, I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna go straight off the edge, just like that, because that gives us plenty of room to spin around our baler at the end. I said mower. Spin around the baler and be done with it. There you go, just like that. We're gonna do the same thing over here. I know it says we can make that turn, and I'm sure we can, but I don't wanna. Honestly, probably would have been better off just making the turns and being done with it. You know, we should probably just do that, to be fair. We can just stay on here. Our baler's not too bad. We're gonna be using the 6R, not the 8R, so it is a lot more maneuverable. All right, let's see. The big question is it going to pick up the grass that's out there on the edge? And now I know why I did it the way I did it. This isn't gonna work. I was right to be disapproving of it. Let's see how it does here. We'll go very slow. You know what? I don't trust it. Just go straight. I'm worried it's gonna miss some of the stuff at the edge of the field. That's what I'm worried about. Here we go. Got lined up, perfect, turn it on. All right. This right here is the worst little section. It's so difficult to get through. If we had a bigger piece of equipment here, it'd be all right. And I'm not going back and forth. No, thank you. That's just ridiculous. No, I'm all right. All right, let's hit this spot right here. There we go. Nice. And a little bit more and we're all done. Used to, I tried to make all these lines perfectly clean, and you know what now? As long as stuff is swathed together, I just don't care. Like this right here. But used to, I'd go through and try and fix that. Not anymore. No. Today's DJ does not do that. I just wait. That's about where that starts, and that's about where that ends. And see, I'm done with it. I didn't have to rush through it, and guess what? It looks great. And this windrower actually did a really good job. So there's that too. Rock and roll. Here we are. We can turn off the suggested speed limit because this goes as fast as it wants to go, and no faster and no slower. Get it unfolded so it is good to go, and lower down, set it up, and go. Absolutely in love with this piece of machinery right here. It goes nice and fast. I did speed up the wrap, but I haven't changed anything since the last time that we actually used this. So if you guys remember it from, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I think it was, I haven't changed anything. Also, 6 miles an hour is not the move here. I think around 8 was the move last time, so let's try and stick it with 8. There we go. Got that dropped off. This one's pretty sweet because it will just constantly be making bells. So you can see, goes through, takes that bell, we'll pop it back, we'll wrap it. The animations for the wrapper I've been able to find, but the animation timing for the rest of it is what I haven't been able to get a hold of. So hey, if you're a modder out there and you know how to increase the speed of it unloading that bell right there, let me know. That's the part that I'm having the trouble with. And let's speed this up a little bit. 10 miles an hour. Let's see. This is also a really good spot for that on-end turner so that it doesn't roll down the hill. Yeah, that would be very dangerous. Let's see. 10 mile an hour. Seems to be working okay. Actually, we're popping at 11. We'll pop it down to 9 right now. There we go. All right, we're doing okay. We're making bills. I forgot to change the count, so I don't know. We'll just check like how many bells have we made this session, and that'll tell us. Last bell out. I think we started around 69 or 70 bells. We're up to 140. It would make sense that the number would be doubled. Cool beans. So now I guess the only thing to do with this field right here is to pick up the bells and to fertilize, and that'll be it. With a grass field, usually I'm not going to lime but once every couple times, so don't have to worry about that. Boom, here we go. First set of bells, set, ready to go. 22 of them. Yeah! Let's bring it over and deliver. Uh-oh, I'm not far enough over. Well, we can just load them back up. That'll be all right. Here we go. Now that will do. Boom. All right, how much silage do we have in here? That's the big question. Still not as much as we do straw. All right. Maybe we're not going to be selling any after all. The big game plan is to hopefully, eventually, double the amount of cattle that we've got. So I'm hoping with that, there we go, got it. I'm hoping with that, we will be able to make even more milk, even more manure and slurry, and hopefully get some extra cash from that. No, I almost lost a bell. There we go. All right, we're cool, man. Accidentally had to push the button, the same one to pick it up, or not pick it up, the same one to turn on my super straight is the unwrap bell button. Sometimes it happens. That's all right. Just got a naked bell. More bells, haha. And another one, yay. How much do we have now? We gotta have a bunch of silage at this point. Yeah, 370,000. So we're up to 370 right now. Our cows will only eat 210 a year, so we probably need to hang on to this. And the last few bells through here. Let's pick these up, and we will be all done at least with this. I am enjoying the baler, although I'm getting a little bit tired of it taking 10 years to do a single field. So that may be something that's next up, because a lot of the stuff from here on out is going to be upgrades, not buying new equipment. Even though, yeah, technically it's the same thing. If you're upgrading something, you are buying something new, but we're kind of looking for something that's going to be a little bit easier on my clock. Since we're already here, I'm just going to go ahead and hook up to our fertilizer, which appears to have to be lasting us this entire series. There's no way, man, no way. Let's get it hooked up. Make sure everything's turned on. Crop sensor is on already. Automatic application rate is enabled, so that's good. And then we just need to set up our nitrogen. There we go. All right, sweet. Turn on. Is it doing anything? It is, but not at the edge for some reason. I was curious to see how much money it would take to buy 50 more cattle. And it looks like it's 63 grand. If we were to take out a $50,000 loan, I could pay that loan back off in a couple days just from the milk alone that we get. Because we get, was it about $15,000 a day right now with milk, slurry, and manure? If you double that, that's $30,000 a day. That means we could pay back a $50,000 loan in 2 days just from the cows alone. So I think this is a very, very good thing to go for and do. So let's find our finances here. There they are. Let's borrow 50 grand. There we go. I've already added an extra 5 grand just for how much it's going to cost to get all of these cows delivered because, well, they always take my money, don't they? Yes, they do. All right, let's buy that. We've got it. 8 grand is left. So now let's double check the food that they are going to be intaking. 420,000 liters a year is how much food they are going to need. We currently have 395. Not too shabby. They can also hold 100,000 liters. We currently have 49,000 liters in there. So let's give them a little bit for fun. I think I'm going to try the four-wheeler here just to see what kind of trouble I can get myself into with this. If I remember right, the trailer holds, I think, 25,000. It does work. I mean, it looks silly, but it does work. I still need to get myself a trailer that actually works with this. Maybe one day we'll do it. Right now, I don't need to. Silage dump in, and I'm just gonna drive through. Ah, yeah. And another one. We had a little extra room for straw, so I figured I would put some of that in here as well. And after that, I think we will be done. We just need to give it about a day. Let's see, it's 10:18 currently right now. We just need to give it, normally I wake up around 9, but we can go till 10 in the morning. This thing sounds awesome going backwards. I definitely need to find more uses for this. This is such a sweet vehicle. All right, we've gone 24 hours. Let's see exactly how much they have eaten and what we have. So we have 12,000 liters of milk now instead of the normal 6. Straw, they definitely had a bunch of it, and they definitely took a lot of food overnight. So let's see exactly what we get from everything. I'm gonna use this anyway. I know it looks silly. Don't care. Moving on. Let's see. For manure, we were never really doing anything. It was always pretty rough. Let's go ahead and take this out here as well. We'll get this hooked up while the manure is filling up, and we'll load up that 12,000 liters of milk while we are at it. Ooh, looks like some of the manure got on the outside. Ruh-roh, Raggy. If we're going to be losing manure, I don't want to use something that is going to lose manure. We definitely may have to pay attention to that because that's, you know, a couple $100 maybe sitting on the floor, $100 or something like that. I just don't want to be wasteful of my products. So I think maybe this ain't gonna work, especially if it's gonna pile up like that. For now, we will delete it. There we go. Hate to see you go, buddy. And let's see, the manure on the outside is gone with it. Interesting that it wouldn't let me get that up. All right, so this is gonna be the real kicker here. How much the milk sells for? 27,000 with a 3,000 top. There you go. 30 grand. That's exactly what I wanted. We could pay half the loan back, more than half the loan back already. And in total, 20,000 liters of slurry. That's pretty good. And we're actually getting close-ish to that magical, well, maybe we should keep it and just buy a slurry spreader. But we would need to own a slurry spreader first before I even considered doing anything like that. All right, not too bad, $2,200. Well, let's try this one on for size. This manure extension holds 25 million. I'm just kidding. Let's try this one out, see if it's any different. I don't know if it will be or not, but well, we could certainly find out. So there we go. I think this is pretty much the same thing that we had. This is just the extension version, not the silo version. And of course, as I said, we had a loan. We need to pay it back. Let's see. I think we could probably pay back a good portion of it. There we go. We only have $1,500, but hey, whatever. I do want to look what is in here today? We do have quite a few things here. Ooh, the S7. It's a party combine, man. I like the combine I have, but that one's a good one. We got another one right here as well. Hey, we already have that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, good looking stuff. Hey, 60/30 premium in there, 54 grand. It's not terrible. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, pretty good stuff in there. If we had more money, oh, we'd be set, dude. But honestly, I like this one. I like that it, molds to the ground. I've already got the sound figured out with it, and it's got a American flag on the side. It's great. So now, because we have so many cows, and because this pen doesn't hold as much, we are gonna have to start giving them food. We could use the lazy food distribution, lazy animal distribution. I think for now, we'll just keep feeding them, but eventually we will need to get to the point where we just automate things. There we go. Happy cows. They're fed at least for now, and tomorrow morning we'll give them probably double that because there'll be enough room. And I'm going to bring this here. Let's see, it's 10 a.m. now. Let's go to 10 p.m. and just see how much manure we've got. Because we've had the issue with the manure coming out over the course of a day. Maybe... Wrong button. Maybe if we do it periodically, we won't have to worry about the manure hitting the ground. That seems to be working. That worked great. Exactly the way that I was hoping it would, although there is still a little bit of manure in there. We'll see what happens to that after a day. All right, let's get all of this sold. We are in negative money right now, negative 436. And finally, we're back over the hill now, so that's good. All right. 1,602, so we made 1,800 bucks off of manure, close to $30,000 off of milk, and about 2,200 bucks for slurry. This also means that we finally get to pay back this loan, so let's go ahead and repay that all the way. We're left with $24,000 and a sneaky peek at what we've got in here. We got a grass bale. I don't need that, but hey, there is one. We do have another John Deere, an older one. Maybe we could use this in the places where we would use some smaller stuff, but I think at this point we have everything we need. 3 tractors, 1 combine harvester, and then a multifunctional vehicle. I have the 4-wheeler. That's kind of my perfect setup, so I don't think we need any more. We do have seeds. Eventually we're going to need some more seeds. We don't need any now. That's not bad. 915 V-Ripper, 34 grand. It is a plow, and it's 8 meters. How much horsepower? 550? Nope, never mind. I did not pay attention to that number. I forgot to do it. I pulled it up here and totally forgot overnight to get all that manure off, and it's just going to leave it sitting here. Yep. Although, we did get our 16,000 liters out, so I'm not sure where that manure is coming from. I have no idea. It is November now, and I have good news. Everything's ready for harvest. So after hitting our monthly morning routine, get the rest of it. There we go. Going around selling our milk, selling the slurry, manure, all that good stuff, and I've taken on 2 contracts as well. So this is going to be a very, very busy time. Oh yeah, milk's going down. I forgot about that. It's going to be a very, very busy time because not only do we have a grass field that's ready for harvest, we've got our wheat field ready for harvest, we have our canola field ready for harvest, we have a soybean contract right here beside our farm, and on the other side of that we have a canola contract. So we are going to be taking on 5 harvesting contracts. It is going to be a big ol' harvesting bonanza. The idea is the more we've got ready for harvest, maybe the more money we can make, and the more we can actually keep and hang on to. And there's a big reason for that. So one of them, soybeans. It's a big contract, to be fair. But soybeans, as we know, where's the button at? Here it is, down here. Yes, soybeans, it's going to be June before we can get any of that sold. However, the other one, with it being canola, is almost ready. So we don't even have to worry after selling it. We can just sell it and be done when it's all said and done. So there you go. That is going to be our game plan for that. Probably going to do the grass harvest afterwards. I think it's probably the best idea. And it's time to feed the animals. Takes a little while. Oh boy, it doesn't look like they have any food in here. Man, that food fill plane was gone. but they still had plenty of food left. So it doesn't make any sense. Oh well, we're gonna have to do this a couple times. I wanna go ahead and top them off with everything they need now, because after that, it's something, I'm sure. Also, eventually, we're going to have to get a hold of some hay and maybe some more straw so we can start making TMR. Right now, we're just giving them silage. They like it. It's cool. But we could do better. You know what? I don't know why it was going out the grain door. I totally forgot. I totally forgot there's another option. There's more options. You got left, right with this trailer. This trailer's got a whole bunch of stuff. There we go. Although I think the unloading speed was exactly the same, so it didn't really matter. So they're almost topped off with food. They've got plenty of straw, at least for the next day. So I think we're okay there. So now that the cows are prepped and ready to go, I think that means it is time to get everything set up for these contracts. So the thing is, do we do a contract first, or do we do our own fields first? And the answer to that question is contract. Of course, we got to take care of other people before we take care of ourselves. So we gonna do that. And of course, my header is around backwards still. In the last episode, it decided to go around 180 degrees and then just stay there. And I appreciate what it was trying to do, but I don't like that it did it. So there. Ta-da! Yeah. All right. So this field is very, very cool, interesting, hip, and awesome. I'm a big fan of this field. Really, really like it. Eventually, it would be nice if we could own it. Then we wouldn't have to have so many different areas of land that we run on, etc., etc. I think I've got the mod turned on where we can pick up the straw. So if I do, that means we're definitely going to be picking up the straw as well, but we'll be hanging on to it for our aminals. Oh yeah. Let's bring our crews down to about 11 and we'll enable our fast farming. That way we can get up and get boogieing just a little bit faster. Sweet. Now I think we all know this is going to take some time. It is a big contract. It is a big field. Payout for it is not as much as you would expect it to be, but it's still cool beans. I think the contract for this, see, we're on 34 right now. What is the payout for 34? 44 grand. Okay, so not too shabby. I took it because there's soybeans here and we can make extra cash with soybeans. Not now, but later on. Today is gonna be a fun one. We've already got the worker going. He started in the last video, so if you missed that one, go ahead and turn around and check it out. Do like this. Yay! That's a full 360. Oh, I'm watching so many videos. Where are you? I don't even want to know. I'm just gonna let him do his thing. He's on his own path now, ladies and gentlemen. I can't control what he does. He's on his own. We just have to let him find himself and come on back when he's ready. Guy's an idiot. I think in the meantime, I've got some stuff to do. So, I think I've decided, after all kinds of trouble, doing bales and bales and bales, we have been focusing, I think, on trying to make this work and trying not to use the pro bale. And I got news / bullied over the weekend, and turns out BB Mods thinks I should use his mod, and you know, after what he told me, I think I agree. You know, his mods are the best. Did I say it the way you told me to say it? Oh, I'm still recording. Nah, I'm just messing around. I'm just playing. He was chatting with me. He's like, dude, you're doing everything you can not to use the Pro Bale. I was like, I'm just trying to use other stuff. I want to use other mods. But the other mods are literally taking me forever to get done. So we're going to get rid of this. It's awesome. I really like it. But yeah, we're going to get rid of it. Actually, let's not take the 8R. That's a pretty big tractor just to go into town. There we go. Let's take the 6R. Now we're still hanging on to round bales because when I need to make silage, well, guess what? It's so much easier just to use a round bale because the round bales will auto wrap. And I don't know of any square baler that will auto wrap, so that's why we don't use them. Also, where's my worker at? Oh, he came over here to finish stuff up on this area. I guess that makes sense. Now look, the good thing is we've already paid off our loan, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Will we have to take out another loan? Maybe. I forgot how expensive the Pro Bale is. I'm hoping that this baler's worth enough, but you never know. Check it real quick, just see kind of what kind of trouble we can get into. And 89. All right. You know, not crazy, but not terrible. So we got a little money to play with. I think we could afford it. So here's what it's looking like. I don't know if I like the side being full green or not, but I can tell you, I didn't like it being any other color, that's for sure. I mean, I think the main frame being green, that makes the most amount of sense. I could go with this. This doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. With it being a John Deere, I don't think there's enough green. And I tried making the sides black, but yeah, I just don't like the way that looks, and yellow looks even weirder. So, green and green on green. It is. Big problem, though, that cost us $134,000, so we basically wasted 40 grand of the money that we had. I need the money. Where's my money? That's all right. Okay, so here's the thing. Now we can actually figure out what kind of bale sizes we're going to go with. I think we're going to go with 180 centimeter rounds. That should do good. And because we're using the 1.5, this is actually a standard bale size technically. So that should be nice and easy for us. I don't know if we're going to jump out there right away or not. We also have one other harvesting contract to do as well. Boom, over here, field 31 is a big one. Not near as big as this, but yeah, you get the idea. So let's see if we can sneak our way in here. Right here, that'll work. Yay! And then now we should be able to get in here and take a look, see where our worker's been. Okay, he's not done a lot, but okay. And we can go ahead and start making our bales. We'll also double check, make sure everything's looking good. So let's go ahead and turn on automatic drop auto. Well, I have two different buttons for that. Turn on automatic drop. Yeah. And then current drop mode automatic. Ugh, my brain hurts. What brain? The person in the back says. Let's work it out. 10.6 is our combine harvester. That should line us up. I was going to say just about perfect. It doesn't. I don't know what's been going on recently, but depending on what kind of tool it is, the lines are in different places. And I'll never understand that. I also don't like that it does that. I think that's stupid and silly and dumb and stupid. Oy, whatever. Let's get it unfolded. There we go. Let's turn it on. And let's get to it. Again, we are making big 180 centimeter round bales. And we are avoiding using GPS for now. So first person it is. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Hey, we made our first bale. Sweet. As we're sitting here making bales, I'm curious to see what the worker's going to do. Usually they do pretty good. If you didn't know, the workers in Farm Sim 25, they run off the GPS system itself. So if your GPS system's lined up kind of where you want it, everything's going to work out all right. As you can see right there, that's kind of how this tractor's running. We're worried about the combine harvester. He should do a little back and forth on this guy right here. And he's going to. Nice, nice. Let's see, is it going to line up 100%? No. But he has been doing pretty good. I've not been that mad at my worker. Although, I don't know, I think he could probably do a little bit better. It is what it is. Hopefully after that, I'll come right back over here and get to work. He did one pass on the other end. Just decided, you know what, I want to do this side anyway. Whatever. We're just going to follow the worker for everything that they do. Pretty much from here until the end of this field, doing all these bales, and we're going to keep the bales. Actually, as a matter of fact, they are bales from a contract, and usually I sell contract bales. I don't actually keep these, so we'll sell them. We'll make a little bit of cash. Hopefully we can start upgrading some stuff. We were right. Hey, the combine harvester came all the way straight down, so we got some little spots here and there down at the bottom, but otherwise I think we are doing just fine, man. Yeah, just fine. Oh, one thing, you might be curious why I'm using regular bales with this instead of running with like a 9-time size bale or something like that. Well, turns out that the 1.5 time size bales from this pack are actually normal bales. They're not custom. If we went with a 9X bale, we would have some kind of custom auto-loading system thing. So with this, we actually don't need that. we can use a normal bale trailer and we're just fine. Which is why using something like this is great. Sure, we've only made 6 bales, but who cares? Whatever. This is working awesome for me, and I'm happy. And also, they are much larger bales than we're used to running with anyway. We have been running standard 125 bales this whole time. So this, well, that and baby bales. So we have started from the bottom, now we're here kind of bales, you know what I mean? Eventually, one day, sure, we can run some of that big stuff, but the more interesting you get with bale sizes, the less options you have when it comes to bale trailers. And that's why I like to keep it with this. Honestly, this is my favorite baling setup in Farming Simulator. You've probably seen me use this a handful, dozen, 100, whatever times. I love this baler. I love the setup. It's so easy. And it doesn't take me 10 hours to bale a field. Or, 30 minutes. It was becoming a problem. We made a lot of bales. Case in point, bales produced 1,870. Yeah, a bunch of those were baby bales. So what? All right, I think I've gone about as far as we can before really getting in the way of the combine harvester. So I'm just gonna sneak right into here. The good thing is we got 2 headlands. So it's not a one-way street. We could go down and then come back, turn around. Oh yeah, send it into overdrive. Go, go, go. All right, so now we've made our way around to where the combine harvester is. Nice and simply turn it around and get back to it. And this way, we'll stay out of the way of the combine. Goodness gracious, I forgot how to speak there for a second. We'll stay out of the way of the combine harvester. We can continue making bales and the harvester won't hit any bales. And plus, we can just hit that part whenever we're done over there. Yeah, everybody wins. Boom, baby. So the harvester is still going. And in the time it took us to do all of that, they did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They did 6 passes. Come on, man. Go a little faster than that. Let's go. Fast farm. Vroom. Well, we caught him. Didn't take too long, but we caught him. I think he's only got 1 pass to do left anyway, so all is good there. We are making a bunch of bales, dude. At least, like, compared to everything else. What do we got? 30 of them. Yeah, man. Now, I know, normally we're making like 60. But 30? That's respectable. Plus, we're making a pile of money off these things, too. I don't even know why I've still got my GPS pulled up. Just got a habit at this point. Perfect timing. I'm on my next to last pass, and he's on his last one. All right. So there it is. 79,000 liters off of this field. And the good thing is we are going to be able to take some of that as well. Oh, yeah. Now, we can do a couple things here. First things first, we can go ahead and change the output of this to be just the combine and go ahead and start harvesting the canola over there. But I don't know if we've got enough time for that. Plus, I don't know how to get back there. It says to go straight here, but can we get through here? Also, there's another field that needs to be harvested in between here. Let's see, let's drop the header down. Can we sneak it by with these trees? Ooh, it's close. It's close. Hey, at least we don't own this. Yep. We'll just get through to the other side. This will work. But I think what we'll end up doing is just setting the combine harvester here for now, because we still got to pick up all those bales. We still got to take the tipper. If we had 2 tippers, that'd be different. We only have the one. We do have a tipper over here in this guy right here. It'll hold 25,000 liters. If we do that, we come over here, select this, and then set it to go here, set destination. Okay. That now will allow us to just go ahead and harvest this now. Yeah. All right. So we can go here, run us a couple headlands, and then hire the worker down the middle. And then we'll get back to baling. By the time the worker is done over here, man, oh, this is such a good plan. Such a good plan. Basically doing 2 contracts at once. There we are. All right, there's the rest of that. Boom, bring it up. So here's the issue. I do feel like I've kind of wasted my time a little bit because we are 80% full currently at the, or not 80%, 78% full in the destination, 19,000 out of 25,000. And then we've got a little bit of room on the combine harvester, but it's really not a lot. So we can let it go and see how far it gets, or we can not. I say we let him go. Yeah, all right, go do your thing, homie. See you in a little while. And here is all of the grain that's going in it. Well, that's all canola right there, and it's growing. All right, we'll bring that down. There's a combine. Here we go. Let's make some more bales. And we're almost done with it. This is the last bit on this field, and man, it has made it so much more fun to do. Yeah. What do we got? 36 bales. Number 37 is in the hopper right now, getting made. All right, cool. So now we got to pick these bales up and get them off the field, and then we can sell everything for the contract and be done with this part. We've also got this contract over here, which the worker seems to be still going. So hey, as long as he's going strong, who cares? Now, the trailer's full, but the combine harvester also appears to be full? No, not yet. Getting close though. We won't be doing anything with these bales yet. We're just gonna be getting them off the field and on the land that we own. Probably gonna go right here beside this grass field or something like that. We're gonna start as far away as possible and work our way back. And that means sliding up in here. And let's see, I guess we'll just start right over here. Does it pick it up automatically? Yes, it does. All right, cool. I don't know how many of these it will hold, but I don't... Looking at it, I don't think it's going to be very many. Of the smaller ones, I held like 14 or 16, 18, somewhere around there. This one is 35% full at 5. So you can do some math there if you want. Let's see, 42%. Is this going to be 100? Yeah, 50. There we go. So, well, I don't know. This will hold 14 as well. I think it holds the same amount. I think so, yeah. Okay, cool. And number 14. All right. Hey, I like them stacks. Rolling up stacks. Yeah. I don't know how this guy's still going. But he is. Not only is he's just completed. Man. What? That thing's gotta be full. I mean, come on. Got a little spot right here, but I can't believe it. Goodness. There you go. How you like them apples? Phew. Certainly drives like it's got a bunch of grain in here, that's for sure. It's a heavy baby. Unfortunately, I can't sneak through the trees right here. We don't have any spots that we've got cut out yet. We definitely will have to remove some trees, especially if we're going to be hanging onto this area, but the idea is not to change the layout of the land. Right now, the goal is to acquire the land. At this point, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and make the bales off of this other field, and we can pick up 6 more on here at this point in time. So we'll leave it be. We'll jump over here. Hop on. Make sure that we're at 10.6. We are. All right. For this one, we will do our normal thing where we hit the headlands first, and then we will lock it in and get done what we need to do after that. So let's finish it up. Let's finish these bales. This is only our contracts. We still have the farmland that we own to do as well, which is plenty, must I say. We have this field, which is ready to go. We have our grass field, which is patchy. And then we have another field over here. I think we got wheat and oats or canola, something. I don't know. What stereotypical DJ harvest, of course. All right, we're getting near the end now. We're going to make one more bale, and then we'll have a partial bale at the very end. This is bale number 50. Oh, yeah. Nice. There it is. And we've already got the setup for our partial bale here. One thing we could do is just leave the partial bale in there and then make a full bale whenever we get over to our fields. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Got our bales. One more pass, setup, trip. That's the word that I was looking for. Trip, one more trip. And we'll be all done with this one. Currently, the only tractor that we've got that is not preoccupied is our 8R. So I guess we gotta use this bad boy. All right, so the first thing will be The soybean contract. This was from Field 34, and that contract wanted to be delivered to where again? 34? Aha! Yes, the sell everything, the weird one. Now, I can't remember, but we need to double check it real fast. Soybean prices. I think they're pretty good. No, they're pretty low. All right, well, soybeans we will hang on to then, I guess, won't we? Open her up, bring it forward, and get ready. So we got 80,000. I don't know how much that's gonna be. I guess to make a little bit of the extra cash, we could just sell what we've got. However, if we did that, what's the price difference right now? I bet it's a lot, isn't it? 5,600 down to 20. It is literally half the price. Ah! It's not a lot, man. It's not a lot at all. All right, we gotta baby it. Gotta baby it. We gotta baby it. A little bit here. What is that? 78%. A little bit more. Was that 82? A little bit more. I don't have the patience. Just sell it all. Get rid of it all. All right. $21,000. That means we could have made close to $45,000 if we would have been patient, but we're not. So it is what it is. All right. Complete the contracts. 44 grand for that contract. Not to mention how much money we're going to make off of the straw bales for that. So that's done as well. Well, that seemed to work out a-okay, but the next one's going to be quite silly. I'm afraid it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So why is it going to be silly? Well, it's going to be silly because we got this little trailer right here. This poor little trailer. Where is this contract going? Of course it's going right over there to the left-hand side. It's a pretty nice, easy place to go. And I think we could just take this over there. Yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, this is working just fine. I still haven't put together a small trailer yet. I'm so sorry. I've had a couple weeks at this point to get one together, and I have not. Although this does seem to be doing okay. There's no problems here. I think this is the multi-cell station, selling station XL. Yes. All right, real quick, we need to check our prices for this one. This is canola. I think this is great. Yeah, great prices. We're not even going to worry. Everything's going to be everything. That means it is all good. We are set for grain door currently, and that's where we're going to leave it at. Boom, 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 boom. Pop over. Get that sale going. And I think the combine harvester is going to dump in here as well. I think it will. Let's find out here in just a second. No? Yes, there we go. All right, now it's doing it. Yes, okay. So there is another 11,000. The combine harvester's empty and we are good. So we made some extra there. We need to cancel or complete the contract. Collect it, 18,000, not too shabby. So after spending all but 10 grand of the money that we had, we're now back up to $109,000, which ain't too bad. Howdy, and welcome back on here to Blurry Face. Why is my face blurry? Still getting used to this camera DOF mod. We're working on it, man. We're working on it. If you missed it in the last one, we made a whole pile of bales. Oh, yeah. We made a bunch of them over here, and they are nice size, too. So that's just one thing to do, then. We still got to make silage bales or whatever we're going to make. We've got a field to harvest over here. Ignore those lines. I totally didn't fast travel. Not me. And then we also have this huge field over here. So today's goal is at least harvesting. So we're going to do our best to harvest. It's going to start right here with our big old John Deere combine harvester. Love this thing. And I think I had the header folded. I did. Man. I love the hill coat so much. It is so much fun to drive, and paired with this header, I know I've said it multiple times. I got lucky with this pairing, and I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. Couldn't be happier. It's such a cool setup. Plus this map, it's just the perfect amount of fun. All right. So as per usual, we're gonna rock 2 headlands with this, and then after that, we will let our worker kind of do the rest afterwards. Straw's going down. This is good. We're going to be making some more straw bales. Now, Thing is, I said that we would sell the straw bales that we made off the contracts, but the straw that we get off of our fields, this will be ours to keep. I'm not a big fan of making stuff and then keeping it, so we will sell what we can as fast as possible. Yes and no, we got all of our bales over here. These are all the ones that we made from the contract, so I got to make sure that we sell all of those. I think there's a sell point around the side. Yep. Regardless of price, that is where we will be selling that. And the good thing is, money! Yeah! We did pretty good in the last one. We made a net profit of about 60,000, somewhere around there. We ended up selling our baler that we had because BB Mods kind of bullied us into using his mod. So there's that. I don't blame him. It's great, probably the best round baler mod in the game, the Pro Bale. So, yeah, we should have been using it the whole time. It would have been a great mod, but we went through a couple other mods just to see. You know what? Sometimes you can't acknowledge or can't enjoy where you're at if you haven't come from somewhere else. If you go from nothing to something, well, there you go. So, we kind of used some stuff that wasn't exactly perfect for our situation and our scenarios, and now we are using something that's perfect for us. Well, there you go. I'm sure that my camera angles are perfect as well. Sorry about that, y'all. It's really difficult to get these corners just right. So let's continue along. Let's finish up these headlands. That way we can hire this guy on a worker. And from there, we get to, I guess, sell those bells. Yeah. All done. Ready to go. Hey, do your thing, homie. All right. Now we need to, oh, please don't skip any. Oh, okay. Thank goodness. Cool. Now what we need is some bell sales, and this is just the place. I really don't want to mess any of this up because we have the perfect amount of bells back here, so we're just gonna sell this setup first right here. We'll go this way, just kind of a roundabout way, clockwise instead of counterclockwise, the way we normally go. I have no idea what straw is selling for right now. 17,000 for that. Okay, not bad. We should make pretty decent cash off of this then. There we go. Collected some more. This will give us our full price, and we just multiply this by 3, and that'll tell us what we're going to get for the rest of the pass. Now remember, these bells are pretty big. We'll check the capacities. I can't remember the exact capacity, but see, there you go. 30,000, then another about 4 grand, so $3,400 roughly for a whole thing of them. That's pretty good. I mean, that's a lot for bells. Let's do it again, please. There we go. Cool. Like I said, I'm curious to see what the size is on these bales. Let's see, 16,000 liters. There you go. It is a full 180 centimeter round bale, and it is 1.5 capacity. That's what I love about the Pro Bale. Been doing a lot of bell stuff. We should probably focus on something else, but man, they're just so much fun. It's so good money. Bam. There you go. And our last setup right here. Kaboom. Bale sales done. We got all that taken care of. Bale, or the what is that thing? Combine harvester still doing what they do. So we are going to do what we do. Get out here, get a little bit done. I have noticed that the FPS is dropping pretty substantially. I'm trying to figure out which way I can go. I'm not losing any. I guess top down is about as good as that's gonna get. Oh well, this was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Also nice that the GPS lines are lining up everything here, so that's good. We're just gonna go ahead and knock this out the rest of the way, and then I guess take our combine harvester to our other field, which I have no idea how we're gonna get over there, because I have no header trailer for that header. Eventually we're gonna have to upgrade that header, but it is such a perfect pairing. I don't wanna move it. Sweet. All right, there we go. What do we get off of this? 63,000. You know what? That's not too shabby. That ain't bad at all. I think we can make it over there. I think I'm just gonna completely skip going through town altogether, and we are going to be driving straight across this field right here, which, by the way, would love to buy this field. It's a big field, make a lot of money off of it. 382 grand. It's not too bad, but the idea is to come over here and buy the main farm, which is 300 grand. Here we go! Yay! Uh-oh. Oh, we're good. If this was not hill coat, that wouldn't have worked. But it worked great. That worked really well. All right, let's see. The header's folded. There we go. We need to move everything. Hang on just a second. Yes. Hold up. Before we do anything, we have got to take our trailer over here, and we need to dump out what's in there because we should have a decent amount of, wheat. Yeah, I tell you what, that delivery mod that Yoast has, it's just, I have used and abused it completely. I love it. It's such a fun mod to use. There we go. I do not think that the rear's open. Nope, that's not it. How in the world do you turn this thing on? Side pipe. Oh, it's down. Got it. And to be fair, we could probably just leave this sitting here. There we go. Yeah, we'll just leave that there. Oh, I never realized that this has an actual capacity. 500,000 liters. Huh. I never knew. Yeep, right into the door. Hey! Nice. And down we go. All right. Into the field. Uh-oh. Made one critical mistake. I don't have my GPS pulled up. Yay, there we go. All right. Cool. All right, we'll run 2 more headlands around this. Actually, it's funny. The harvesting for our own fields really doesn't take that much time. It's the harvesting for everything else that seems to take the time. We're also used to our own field, so maybe that's it. Oh yeah, I forgot I had a little setup over here for sleeping. Forgot about that already. It's been less than 10 episodes since we got a house. Oh me. All right, let's see how our worker handles this turn right here. Oh, the GPS line was actually pretty good. Nice. We do have a couple little spots here on the edge, but I don't know. Not really too concerned about that. I feel like those little snippets over there may give us, 5 or 10 liters. At the end, it's probably going to be more trouble to go get them than it is to sell them. I don't know. We'll see where we end up at the end. All right, in and up our headland, and we have hit 29,000 liters. There you go. How you like that? Also, starting on this side was perfect because this is where our straightest line is. So the worker would do the best job going right here. So we will line it up just about so. Let it be right there. We do have some more bells to pick up here as well. It's not too bad. I mean, this is our last pass right here, and then from here, all we got to do is go in a circle. As far as straw, about half of our capacity has been filled up at this point. So we're going to need to figure that one out. This may also be a very good time to update and upgrade our silo. Right now we're using a fairly cheap one, and we can quadruple our capacity if we just spend a little bit more money. So I think that might be what we go for. Let's see. So the silo that we've got now is this one for, what's this, $19,000. So here it is, $26,500 for that one. But we could spend $80,000 and get something much larger. I think this is the move right here. Oh, yeah, and we also have one that's just for straw as well. I think that's pretty cool. But I do think by the end of it all, we should definitely upgrade the silo. That's going to benefit us more in the long run. Well, it looks like we missed a little bit hiring up the worker, but we're going to let him go. Also, you may notice that canola in destination isn't going up at the bottom. There's a reason for that. I got it over the silo. Hacking the system, baby. All right, we got one done. Yeah, man. There you go. One field is done. Now we got to bail up this other field real quick. As soon as this one's done, we are done. How's he been doing? Let's see. 3 passes? Yeah, 3 so far. It's on his 4th right now. Let's pop up here and take a look. Ooh, those look pretty. Looking good. I'm going to bail it all up, though. We're going to get rid of it. Go. All right, well, I made a bit of a oopsie. I made bales, and they are on the ends of the rows currently. And a combine harvester is getting ready to come through and push them out of the way. So I got to figure out if I can actually make it to that bale on the end before this guy comes through and gets them. No, save the bales. I think he barely missed it. Oh, he did. He barely missed it right down here on the end. But on the next pass, he's definitely going to be hitting it. So we got to pick up a few of these bales. I think we'll be okay. I don't think we made, like, what was it, 14 or whatever on the outlier. So let's see. There we go. Save that one. This one I think would probably be okay, but there's a couple of these where the end definitely overlaps. Reason why we started on the other side of the field. because there was no overlap over there. It was one full pass. I don't think there's any down here on the end. Nope, no more down here. So this is kind of it, honestly, for the bales that we need to pick up. We're gonna go ahead and keep going around in a circle to pick up the rest of these, just so they're off the field, just in case. 3 more to go. We'll make sure we stay away from the baler just in case there's some kind of bale in there that's gonna cause me trouble. And here we go. Bam! All right, we'll turn that off. Let's go jump back in the baler. Moving it on around. Tell you what, harvest ain't too far away from being done. Although, we're still gonna have to do grass harvest after this as well. We're getting pretty close to it now. This will be the last time we need to use the combine harvester, I think this year. Yep, it's November. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be using it anymore. Come on down to it. And we're done. All right. From here, we take it, fold it up, and wash it. And then we can head home. It's still fun every once in a while to get to spray around and get to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can also use your light on here too. What do you mean I'm getting too far away from the pressure washer? Pressure washer needs to calm down a little bit. I do wish pressure washing worked like it did in Farming Simulator. What was it? Nintendo Switch Edition? Or no, it wasn't Switch Edition. What was it called? Signature Edition? No, that wasn't it. Too many Farming Simulators. VR, that was it. Farming Simulator VR. In that one, you can actually spray off like individual spots on your harvesters, tractors, stuff like that. I think it's super duper cool. It's awesome. Let's see. We need to... Oh, evidently that's working. Okay. And there we go. Onward forth we go. Let's finish up the bales, and our last one will be an unfinished bale, but that's okay. Not too shabby. Bam! Alrighty. So, we had 1,900 liters. It's in the pre-chamber, so that is not near enough. So we're just going to go ahead and delete that out of there, and we'll be done with that. There you go. A little bit of straw out of the way. We stole enough off of the fields from the workers, so I think we'll be okay. It's also the last time that we need to use this guy. So we will go ahead and bring this back over to the main farm. We actually need to start figuring out what we're going to do about all this straw. So I think probably for me, I'm going to maybe go ahead and get some of the straw out of there. Maybe not try and climb it like it's a tree, but get the straw out. So we have a bunch in here. What do we got? For some reason, there's 2,000 liters of manure. Oh, it's probably because it's an extension. It doesn't hold manure, but you get it. Let's not do anything with this yet. We need to figure out, because I thought we had like, I don't know, 200,000 liters total. There's a little bit of everything in there. So what we're going to do is put this back away for now, and then we'll come back over whenever we have purchased our silo. Whatever we're going to do, we'll put that in there. So we'll just continue to pick up all of these bales and bring them over, and I guess dump them in the silo. There's nothing else to do right now. Let's see how this... Ouch. I keep hitting that thing. Let's see how this works, eh? All right, we'll bring it in slowly but surely, and we got it all. All right, how much is that? How much is this going to be? That's a lot. Okay, well, we have a lot more bales than I thought, so we gotta probably figure this out quick, huh? Yeah, yes we do. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. This tree is about to disappear. Bam, like so. That silo right there is gonna stay where it's at for now, but we are actually going to be putting a silo system right over here, kind of right beside it, about like that. Yeah, man. Now, we've got our new silo where it's going to be, and we'll build us a little area in here. I think, yeah, we're going to have to lift up the ground a little bit around it too, but that's no big deal. And then this silo right here, we're actually going to have to send everything over there. Let's see. Should be the only 2 productions. Yep, they are the only 2 that we've got. I tell you what we could do. We should be able to set these to distributing. So let's see. Straw, we will... Oh, I could have just upgraded this, huh? I could have. Darn it. Yeah, I kind of want to upgrade it. We haven't really used the upgradable factory stuff in a while, so I kind of want to do that. Well, it's not what it used to look like, but you know what? It's fine. It's perfectly fine. That tree doesn't stand out at all, does it? I did also build this. I didn't have a little pathway here before, so it made me do that. All right, let's come over here. Let's take this and let's upgrade this. Yeah, man. All right. So base price for this, I don't remember what it was, but now we've got a 1 million liter capacity in there. Very cool. And we didn't spend as much either. We did good. This was a good thing. Yeah, let's go pick up the rest of the bales. Oh, I definitely almost hit that train. Oh, that was close. Alrighty. All the bales are up. Everything. Oh, no, wait. Hang on. There's another field to do. I forgot. No. Well, our other field had a couple more on it. We got 5 more to come pick up, but it's not too bad. The big thing's going to be, I think at this point, we're going to have enough silage. We really need to figure out some hay at this point, especially if we're going to be feeding our cattle TMR. I mean, silage right now, perfectly fine. They're doing great with it. It doesn't cost or take us any extra time and nothing like that. But eventually we will have to get a some kind of TMR silo to make something for them. This is a great grass field right here. It's a little smaller and it's not really good for any other crops. What I'm thinking is possibly making this field over here the other grass field, turning that in from a crop field into a grass field so the combine harvester doesn't have to go too far. Maybe still saving up for this big one right here. It's not a bad idea. So that way our grass area can go one way and all of our grain crops and things like that that need a combine harvester can go the other way. All right, I don't think that's too bad of an idea. All right, well, we got some issues here. Too many bales is the problem. We got 5 right here, or 4, 5, yeah, 5. And we have our 1 million liters of straw in here. And I don't know what to do with them, man. Cow barn doesn't need them, that's for sure. This cow barn only holds like 38,000 liters of straw to begin with. So I don't really know what to do with it. I guess we could just park it up. We are getting to the point where this bale, oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. This junk pile is what they call it. We could probably delete this and start using this area as storage for bales. It's not actually a bad idea. So take this, just bring them over and drop them. There you go. That's where those bales will be. Okay, so we have finished harvest. We've gotten a lot done. We got a car here that's about to get run over. Oh, it went right over the top. That's great. I love that. And of course, we've got the train in front of us. So we have completely finished harvest. Yes, we have grass harvest left to do, but that one's usually pretty simple and pretty easy to get done. So we're not going to worry too much about it yet. We don't need it anyway. We still have plenty of silage. So that's all that one's going to be good for. Anyway, so I guess now is a good time to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I've had a lot of fun. I'm having an absolute blast just doing things at my own speed here on Alma, playing the game, enjoying it, stuff like that. There's no stress. There's no storyline. I don't have to pretend nothing. Man, it's just DjGoHam playing the game, having fun and enjoying himself, and glad that he gets to bring you guys along. Oh, I can't make it through there. I bet I can make it through there if I go fast enough, though. Oh, can't do it. Max speed. Let it pop. Oh, come on. Can't do it. This is the start of episode 19, and I'm starting to question my ability to take over this map in a timely manner, but that's okay. I'm in it for the long haul. Previously, we have upgraded our storage system right here. So this allows us to store all of our like forage things like that. Love this so much. We've got plenty of straw. We have some silage, but no hay. Nothing like that. So we're not able to make any TMR, which is quite unfortunate because I would love to make some TMR. The cows would love it as well. But for now, at least this year in game, we are unable to do so. But what would be nice is after we do our winter sale, I was about to say summer sale, that didn't exist. After we do our winter sale, I'm thinking we should be able to afford something to help us out a little bit. That will most certainly come in the form of a field of some sorts. We've got all the equipment that we need, honestly. I mean, we're gonna have all the stuff. We got a nice trailer. Of course, a regular tipper would be nice for the four-wheeler. Sprayer, we've got a plow, which is pretty modded. Baler, we've got, what, 3 tractors, I think? Yeah, 3 tractors, combine harvester. little four-wheeler with a huge trailer on the back of it. It's a little ridiculous, but it looks cool, so whatever. We've kind of got everything that we need as far as equipment goes. But what we need is more land to do stuff. So that's what my focus is going to be going forward on this one. The most obvious field is going to be the one right here, 34. It's the closest one to us, but it is $382,000. And we do not have $382,000. But trust me, we will once all of this is said and done. Oh, yes, we will. I will say, I think it's pretty cool that we've been able to take over the parts of the map that we have so far. I mean, yeah, 19 episodes in, we've kind of goofed off for some of them. Let's be honest about that, but we've had a good time as well. I'm really enjoying it. This was more of a, let's just kind of have fun and see what happens and see how much of this map that we can actually take over instead of, I want to do this today and we're going to do that today and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, we don't do that around here. But I will say, there's one thing that we haven't gotten into yet that I really want to is production chains. I know, we always get into them. But mainly some greenhouse stuff and smaller productions that are on the map that are new and things like that. We really haven't gotten into much of any of that. And to be fair, haven't really gotten into much of any of that in Farm Sim 25, just as a whole. So I thought it might be fun to kind of jump in and check some of that out. Now, obviously, we don't have any productions yet, and frankly, the ones that I would like to get involved with are smaller productions. You know, like I said, greenhouses, things like that. Stuff that's going to make us a little bit of cash over time. I don't know, maybe a couple $100 to $1,000 every day, something like that. Maybe we could just set it up to sell automatically and just be done. Just an automatic money source. We may also have to invest in some extra land because this farm here is quite large, but I don't really think we have the room for anything like that. I'll also say that I really don't have much in the way of greenhouses and mods for greenhouses, stuff like that. Yeah, we got the stuff for Alma, Missouri, but well, that's about it. I mean, we could go with the stuff for Alma, Missouri. I mean, they are production chains at the end of the day, so I can upgrade them and things like that. They do take manure, and guess what? We hoth manure. That's pretty cool. That'd be awesome. We may be able to set that up to automatically transport over there, so we wouldn't have to do it, but we could do it anyway. And I guess if we were using the ones for the map itself, that might benefit us in the long run of utilizing some of the new productions on the map itself. Now, one cool thing recently, Celebuki's also announced that the map will be getting an update, which is very cool. It's going to be adding some new crops and things like that, and fixing a few things as well. At least at the time of recording, we don't have a huge list yet, but that could increase, so just to make sure you guys are staying tuned, because we will be talking about that, because we're on the map. And hey, great news, he's announced that it won't require a new save game. So we could just keep doing what we're doing. So there you go. That is my short-term game plan for Alma, Missouri. I would like to purchase a new field, which is a bigger field. This will likely stay a grass field, or I might make the really, really big one on the other end, the first field that we ever had. We might make that one just our one grass field, because it is humongous, which is cool, and it's not as difficult to do the headlands. This one's kind of difficult to do the headlands. It does take a little while. At least for the combine harvester that we have, this would be a lot easier to run if we had just a regular crop on this field. I think they'd be much, much more simple. Of course, you know, we also own the field right beside us over here. So this could be a grass field along with this one. And then everything else just stays the same. I mean, we are over here by the main farm. Wouldn't have very far to take the bales. Oh yeah, and we got all these holes in the field as well. I don't know if you've seen these, but they are everywhere. So I am considering going ahead and direct drilling this field once more, just to kind of get it over with. Anyway, so there you go. It is these two fields. Would love to have this big one, and of course this one over here. All right, so now that he is going, let's run over here and see if we can find ourselves a windrow. Let's go and drop that bad boy right here. And here we are, the Samas. This is a pretty cool piece of machinery. Would like something a little bit bigger and better, but this one works for now, I guess. Hey, now hang on a minute. Wait. I think we just found something super awesome. Check this out. So this is the 1775 NT multi-planter. This allows us to change up the brands and things, but the good thing is we could change it up to a John Deere and be done with it. It is direct drill. It offers a little bit of an unrealistic capacity setup, 15 mile an hour max speed, and we could do quite literally every single crop we could ever want in one. I kind of want that. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of want it right now. Do we already have a seeder? Yes, this one right here. I don't know what I could sell this for, though. Okay, a lot. Got it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think we've got a pretty good deal going on right now. We should probably get that set planter, because that is awesome. I'm just ignoring what's going on. Cows? Oh yeah, and if we ever wanted to change this thing up or go away from John Deere, we easily could. So this may be one of the best flip-flops that we've ever been able to do. Also, somebody once pointed out to me that this tractor does not feature anything from Precision Farming, and now that I've seen that, I can't unsee it. Oh, I also just realized with this one, the wheels aren't connected to the to the tractor. I think this might be the early version that was sent to me for a mod preview and not the final release. Yeah. All right, so, well, the mower's doing a great job. I'll be honest with that. But we have quite a few things that are getting ready to go in a circle, all because of that new planter. So, we're taking our 8R over. Yay! Oh, boy. Yep, I can't wait to get the new one. This thing is rough around corners. We also need to make sure that we unload all the seed out of this thing. So, we're going to do that. We've got this John Deere 8R, and I love this thing so much. But I'm not quite sure that this is going to work, especially since it doesn't have the Asaria Pro features on there. So I have found one other... Ooh, that was close. I have found one other 8R that I think will work for us. And I think we're just going to do a solid trade-in. So 1-for-1 for it. And hopefully that'll be good enough for us. Ooh, there's the new seeder. What up, dude? Yeah. Oh, man. It's so pretty. It's definitely a solid going back and forth of trying to find the absolute perfect setup for you. And sometimes it just doesn't work the first, second, or even third time. I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone through and been like, man, I really wish that I would have bought the right thing the first time. Me too, man. Me too. All right, I think I've bought everything that I want to buy at this point, and I've definitely overdone it. And we definitely had enough money for a new field, but instead I upgraded equipment. Remember, like 2 minutes ago, I said that I had all the equipment that I could possibly need. Apparently, I was wrong. I may have bought something else. Yeah, I don't. Is that windrow too much? I want it. That's an in-game windrow. Come on, dude. Yes, I want it. So I bought it. And I really hope this tractor has enough power to pull it. All right, let's get rid of that. There we go. I think I used this, 3 times? Oh, that'll be all right. It's pretty much what happens with my equipment anyway. All right. 17 thou off of that one. Not too shabby. We got our new tractor. The new tractor's pretty sweet. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It is pretty sweet. Oh yeah, this will be fine. This windrow actually, it's got a habit of working with pretty much anything, so that should be good. And it is a new 8R. Well, that is loud. That is much louder than any of the other pieces of equipment it should be. All good, though. All good. Everything's touching what it should be touching. It has our wonderful, wonderful setup for precision farming. A lot of it. We've got the 7000 with RTK. Everything. We got the full upgrade, baby. And it'll hold all the seed. All the seeds. This will also upgrade us to being able to utilize quite a few different things. So instead of just doing what we're locked to with a seeder, because this will do all of the above, it also allows us to get in the way of soybeans and things like that. So that is very, very exciting. Let's go and fill up with seeds the rest of the way. This thing's pretty expensive, so yeah, 16 grand right there. Not too shabby. It's big, but this is an absolute monster of an upgrade. Oh yes. Oh yes, indeed it is. And to be fair, I kind of want to go ahead and buy this field right here just so we have it. So that way, whenever we get the money, we could just pay back whatever loan that we had and be done with it. I see our headers decided to make it make a spin, so that's good. And we can park this bad boy up right here. Let's see how much trouble we can get ourselves into with this one. Now, this windrow is, yes, maybe an end-game windrow, but it's got some quirks to it. For example, our working mode is only left and right. There is no center, so that's going to be something that we have to manage, live with, something I'm sure. But because it will kick in left and kick in right and all that stuff, we can actually just push our headlands in and then do everything else from there. We won't be using any GPS systems or anything like that for... Oh, that is a really, really unfortunate setup right there. Whatever. As a matter of fact, do we need to run 2 headlands? I feel like one's probably enough with this. All right, so we're going to kick everything over to the right-hand side. Here we go. Get that. Turn it on. And go, baby, go. Yes, sir. All right. So far, so good. Everything seems to be doing okay. The tractor's actually doing a really good job. So that makes me happy because this is kind of our utility-esque tractor at this point. We do need to check and make sure that he mowed everything. Should have. The workers usually do a pretty good job. Yeah, I think we're good to go here. Honestly, we might actually run 2 headlands just to push it all in because this is going to get pretty hairy whenever we start coming through. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Huh. A GPS line that took the wrong line. It's almost like they have no idea what they're doing. This is also one of the... I guess it's a downside, these humongous piles that this makes. Really, truly, honestly, a headland is a little bit much with this machine. And I may be doing like totally the wrong thing here as well. Maybe I'm making some big mistakes in the way that I'm driving this. I don't know. Guess we'll find that out the hard way, won't we? Down to the end, and there we go. All right, so we had to be careful about when we turned it on and turned it off, but that seems to be okay. Now I gotta figure out how in the world we're gonna do the rest of this. Do we kick it into the left? I guess we could. Let's go ahead and change the working with here. And go. Set that up. Get through here. Hopefully we don't have these humongo piles at the very end. And turn it on. All right. So that'll push some of this over. And then when we go to the other side, I guess it'll just kick it right back to the middle again. I feel like the headland was a mistake. Or quite possibly not finishing the headland was the actual mistake here. I think that's it. Yeah. Why don't we finish the headland? And we'll just gotta see what happens to everything. That is what we shall do. I don't like how this is working already. I messed it all up. I'll be honest, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I got a lot to learn, dude. I have a lot to learn with this machine. Oh boy, that is gonna be an insanely large pile. I don't even know if the tractor could get through that with a baler. That's just gonna be ridiculous. One thing I can say, it'll definitely make picking all this up easier. There's not a lot to do. And we're certainly not gonna be using GPS to pick all this up, that's for sure. Lines are definitely all over the place. We are still in rows, baby. I feel like the headland was just a bad choice, but maybe because of, I don't know, the tree coverage, the foliage all the way around the field. It's kind of hard to do, I think, what this was really meant to do, which is just go back and forth. I've definitely done it the wrong way, but it has worked. It's worked okay. It's not been an absolute nightmare. Not yet, anyway. We still have time, though. All right, now let's try and hit this whole thing here, and we're just gonna slowly but surely bring it over so that it's all one little neat pile. Sweet. All right. I think we got a little bit more to do over here on the end. Probably not going to be paying attention to where the GPS lines are. Let's be real, it doesn't matter anyway. I think our working boat is to the right. Our working boat is to the left. Okay, well, let's kick it off to the right, shall we? And we'll just start pushing all this stuff over, and then hopefully be able to join both of these at the end. Hey, it works! It's working! Yeah! And then we go pretty quick through here. Oh, this is gonna be such a mess to try and clean up. Ugh. In the end, it will save us some time. However, I don't think I've saved anybody time this time around, but we still have a few things to do. So we'll drop this, then we can go ahead and take this and put it back on our bell picker-upper, and all that grass is gonna turn into silage. Oh yeah. But how fast are those bales gonna pop out? That's what I'm most interested in, I think, because it's just going to be boop, 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 bale after bale after bale. This should be interesting. So we have our silage additive. Everything is good there. We've got our baler. Looking good. And I think now it's just time to jump in. We'll start right over here where we were. We'll do our best to hit some kind of semblance of a headland. And just go from there. Here we go. Put it down, turn it on, and let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into here. Oh yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. Yeah, a little off-road and never hurt anybody. I think first person's probably the best way to go here. Yeah, man. All right, there's one bale. It's gonna wrap it up quick. Yeah, drop it. And we are off to the races. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into here. I do want to reset our bell counter. There we go. So now, let's see. We've made 98 bells with this thing. So whatever number we have at the end, we got to add 1. I never thought I would have to stop with the Pro Bell. However, I am learning that yes, we do have to slow down a little bit with the Pro Bell here at the end. Here we go. What kind of trouble can we get into right here at the very end? Ooh, we should definitely slow down. All right. And then boom, 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 boom. Oh, yes. You know what's bad when even the Pro Bell itself, which has an unlocked speed, slows itself way down to like 1 mile an hour. You know you're in trouble now, baby. So far, so good. Now we've got, what, three passes and a little bit back and forth, and then we are all set and done. Oh no, we're good. It's bad when you hear the beep on the Pro Bell. You know you're in trouble. Slow down. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd have to slow down that much. Yay! Go, 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 go. Uh-oh. Go, go, go. There we go. We're good. Look how close these bells are together. And there we go. Last bell is down. Turn it off, bring it up, and fold it. What did we get? 23 bells, so that's going to be 24 bells. I guess it's always 24 bells on this field, isn't it? But look how close they are together. Oh, it's cracking me up, dude. Lastly, let's pick them up, and we're going to put them in the silo. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we've got load number 1. Oh, it's a little heavy. And towards back. We're good. Come on, just get in the silo. Bale, come on. We're good. And the last one's, it's a little heavy back there. Boom, alrighty. So we have now completed harvest for year 2. And that is very, very cool and very, very good indeed. We're going to bring this here, drop it off. Boom, turn that. Let's see, how much silage do we end up with at the end of it? We kind of doubled the amount that we had, so we're up to about 509,000 liters now. So that's pretty cool. I would, again, like to add some hay in here. We do have some productions that will allow us to turn grass into hay without having to do a lot of work, so that would be nice. We've also got a bunch of other stuff here. So we got, seeder there for smaller stuff, fertilizer spreader. Yeah, we're doing good. We are doing very good. And with our 85,000 liters of canola at $3,300 each and 63,000 liters of wheat at about $1,900 each. In about a day or so in game, we are going to be making money good. We're back on Alma, Missouri. It is episode number 20, and we are going to be doing some field prep today. Okay, so we have a grass field in front of us right here that looks absolutely terrible, and even though I have turned off the damage and things like that from boars, it continued to damage itself. So we got to figure that one out. Although the rest of our fields have looked pretty neat and tidy. But we've already finished harvest. We've already done all of that. And we need to put down some lime so that these fields are prepared and ready to go for next year. And we need to sell some stuff as well, although it's going to be another month or two before we can do that. Not to mention our cows, which should make us a decent chunk of change over the winter. Now, the good thing is, when it comes to precision farming, we're doing all right. Few of the fields, to be fair though, are doing better than others. Fortunately, not terrible or anything like that. We're just making sure that we're good to go. So let's set it up for our pH level. There we go. So I can kind of see everything down there at the bottom left-hand side. Pick it up and go. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Some of our fields will need a little bit more than others, so we're just going to rock through and go ahead and knock this out. We have a lot to do. Not only that, boy, did we spend some money on lime. A little update. Some of the fields need a little bit more lime than others, it seems. And the grass field, for some reason, looks like someone that doesn't know how to drive a tractor did it. Don't know how that happened. All right, we're getting there. We've used a lot less lime than I was expecting to use, but we're almost done, so that makes things nice and simple. So we'll pop over here, take a look real quick, find our pH. There you go. And you can tell, to be fair, not a lot's changed. This is the one I was saying it looks like somebody doesn't know how to drive did. I did that one. Not proud of it. Now that that's out of the way, we can go ahead and put a few crops in the ground to get ready for next year, which means we get to use our new John Deere. And I've heard that there's some high horsepower stuff on the horizon, so we may have to do something with that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So first thing on my priority list is going to be to reseed this grass field. We're going to direct drill right over it, and hopefully we don't have all those little divots and dots and spots and stuff. See all those? They look terrible. We won't be using any workers or anything like that. This is going to be an all on us kind of thing. There we go. Into the field we go. Tons of seed, 12,500 of it. And we've got a max working speed of 15 miles an hour, which should get us through this pretty fast. Now, if only I could take off these ridge markers. I'm not a fan. And for anybody that's curious, yes, I have tried overseeding, but it does seem that once you've turned that feature off, the overseeding doesn't do what it's supposed to. Maybe I just found a bug. Could have been. Didn't find any borers, that's for sure. Aha! Ba-dum-ksh. We are getting close to it. We got a little bit more to do here and a little bit more behind us. Then we got to pick out what kind of crops we're going to be doing for next year. There is a new vegetable harvester out, so it's not out of the realm of possibility for us to maybe want to do something with veggies. Honestly, I think we're going to go grass with this field. I've talked about it for a little while now, and I think we're going to do it. The dealio with it and why we would do this is because we need silage and we need hay. And I don't want to just stick with the regular grass production that we've been doing, although we're doing okay with the added number of cattle. You know, it's a little bit much in there. This is going to allow us to do silage and a hay harvest all at once. And doing that, we can make some TMR because we are definitely producing more straw than we need, and we're about to add on another big field. As soon as we make some money, we're going to be buying the big field over there right in front of our main farm. So with that, we'll be getting straw. We'll be getting straw off of our original double field that we did at the beginning of the series. Yeah, I think we're going to have enough straw. As a matter of fact, we're probably going to have to sell some of it. There's only so much you can use for bedding and feed. Also, this field appears to have a little dirt skirt around it, but it's a grass skirt. All right, both grass fields are done. We got borers over there, but don't worry. They don't actually do anything anymore. All folded up, good to go. Now we gotta head over to the other field. So our first harvest of the year is definitely gonna be some type of grain crop. Usually we do like a wheat, barley, oats, etc., etc. But I will say, I'll be interested on the second part of year 3. So when we get into the summer and fall harvest season, because that's when I want to do soybeans and corn. We haven't done any corn yet. We don't even have a header for it, but we're going to have to get into that. So I'm thinking this big field right here would definitely be a soybean field. For obvious reasons, it's humongo. We get plenty of straw off of it, and, well, soybeans make money. This field would probably make us a millionaire. And then our other field, the double field over here right in front of us, well, that would be a cornfield. I think it'd be perfect. I'm also thinking if we've got enough money, we might be able to take some of this grain that we're going to be doing and use it for the grain mill. I mentioned productions in the last episode, and it's something that I definitely want to start getting into a little bit more. We've definitely gone a lot of episodes. Probably the most I've done in any series in Farm Sim 22 and 25 without doing any productions. And I'm so sorry I've let you down. So we'll see if we can fix that. I also want to make some ketchup. I always wanted to do that. All right, so we got the end of this field, and we aren't done with seeding for now, but there will be more to come because we have one more field. We just haven't bought it yet. So there's wheat going in. I don't think you know what we're doing for the other field. Let's see. Let's hit the top of the ridge right here. That way I can just go boop right over it. Hopefully there's no train coming. No train, no train, no train. Sweet. Hopefully this will be the last time we drive over this field without actually owning it. You know, I've been trying to figure out where in the world we're going to put this planter, and I think I got it. We got enough room here. Not lined up straight. Ooh, we almost hit that header, which, interestingly enough, still dances. I hope that gets an update. I know it's nobody's fault. It's just kind of sometimes Farm Sim makes things move, and they shouldn't be. This is going to be real tight. The saving grace is going to be, where are the collisions and where are they not? Aha! I think I found where they are not, so that's good. Let's go and drop that off there. Nice. I just got to find somewhere where to park this thing at. Oh, well, that was easy. Boom, all right. Man, we got a bunch of green going on here. It's kind of what happens when you have John Deere tractors, I guess. You just buy them all. All right, so we are going to be utilizing our 6R right here eventually, but not yet. I think we're going to have to take a nappy poo. There's one more thing we need to do that I almost forgot, and that's to fertilize. What was I thinking? Oh man, I almost forgot the whole thing. There's also a few of our tractors that are getting dangerously low on fuel, and I think we should come over here and fill them up. So this is a fill area. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, 24,000 liters, or $24,000. That seems kind of high. Maybe we'll buy 5,000. Yeah, $8,200 seems a little bit easier, and it hurts a lot less. Although we're gonna have to fill that up. But don't worry, after we do everything else, I think we're gonna be just fine. There we go. Okay, now we've got at least some full fuel. Now let's find a solid fertilizer. There it is, the one with the yellow top. We have 2 of these now, which is great. So one is just lime and one is just solid fertilizer. Makes things a little bit easier for us. So we'll take this, we'll go ahead and turn on the crop sensors, and then we just got to put fertilizer down. It's kind of like what we did with the lime, except a different thing. Before we started this, I also wanted to look at the the nitrogen levels, because I haven't really paid much attention to these. This grass field is all over the place, dude. And then it looks like our other 2 are just totally wiped out. That is a lot. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. All right. Nothing's happening. At least it feels like nothing's happening. Although it says it is. It's a little bit here and there, I guess. Oh, something weird is happening. I mean, it looks like we have done some fertilizing, but I can assure you we have not. Let's see. Turn on fertilizer spreader. Man, what am I doing wrong? Maybe there's not enough light outside? Maybe that's it? Nope. This field's working just fine. Yeah, that's real weird. Oh well, I guess our grass field's unhappy, but this field seems to be fairly happy. Well, it's either that or nitrogen doesn't need to be very high for grass, and I've well overdid it on that other field. That could be it too. Okay, I got all kinds of stuff pulled up right now, but that's the gist of it. I think I overdid it on 35 a little bit. Also, we are getting into the end of our kind of cycle here. We'll go and refresh those just in case. I know it's a little bit of cash money, but you know what? Why not? Used to, I did these every... Oh yeah, that definitely changed some, didn't it? It certainly did. Well. So this may not be putting any fertilizer down, and it may not be doing anything, but it is just kind of going over it. I don't know. You can see it's putting down a little bit where it needs it, I guess. I've always wanted to try this, where we just gun it right over, do the jump, and then turn it on immediately. Yay! Well, almost, right? Didn't quite work. All right. Well, obviously down at the bottom left-hand side, you see that green. Oh, yes. That means our nitrogen is working. We'll bring the speed down just a little bit, make things a little bit simpler on our worker, but... I mean, we're doing all this anyway, so it doesn't quite matter. I'm not sure if I could get it much more perfect. I know that, well, you can see here, it's kind of wavy, and I don't know if I'm overdoing it or not. Fertilizer's definitely coming out, though. If it keeps coming out at this rate, we are going to need to go fill up some more. But I think I've got 1 or 2 pallets, maybe. I may have already used them, I don't know. Bringing it down. So this must mean it is the last thing that we need to do today in game. Oh yeah, there we go. We are all set, ready to go. pH is good, nitrogen is good. We're good, maybe. We're good. All right, let's get this thing up the hill. Yeet. There we go. Make sure there's no train coming. We're good. All right, so maybe we'll drive across this field one more time. Let's put everything away, and then it'll be time to go to bed. Also, real quick, we do need to check some prices. So prices, canola, we're looking for $33.70. Oh boy, those prices are higher than they should be. That's not good. So instead of sleeping, we are going to be monitoring crop prices for canola. Sweet. That means we're going to be up all night. I can't wait. No, wrong tractor. This one. Yeah, that one. Really need to clean these things. Ooh, this one's running low on fuel as well. Let's go and grab our trailer, and then we'll go fill up with fuel. And then we'll just kind of let time fast forward every hour by hour, because that's when things change, is on the hour. And then we'll just kind of see how the prices go. First things first, some fuel. All right, let's fill it up and let's get it moving. 85,000 liters of canola. So the good thing is prices are still going up. 2 thumbs up there. We don't take anything to the bulk fill station unless we're being greedy, because for some reason those prices are absolutely incredible. So we don't go there. Right now, sell everything XL, which one is this? Oh, it's the one right here, right beside of us. This one is the best price, but it's going down. So we may not be going to that one, although it is the best. We're going to have to monitor the rest of these, because if they go down about the same price, well, then we're slam out of luck. Oh, and I wouldn't be taking it there anyway, so grain sell point would, I guess, be the next. What? Should we just go ahead and sell this? Man, looking at these prices, I feel like we should just sell this now. If the price is going down there, I don't think it's going to get any better. I'm taking a chance. We're taking a chance at $32.77 right here, and hopefully we do pretty good. Bam, just like so. We still got another day or 2 before the wheat is sellable, so we can go ahead and fill that up as well, just so we're ready to go, just in case. All right, it's 280,000 for that, plus 37,000 for our environmental score, which is pretty high. And we'll go ahead and load up that wheat, as I said, but we're gonna leave that just sitting there. Now, because we've got our money, that means that we can go ahead and buy this humongo field. Holy cow. It is 24 acres. That is going to be a fun one, man. That's going to be a fun one. It's just a big field. It's a very, very, very big field. Let's go ahead and buy it. Yep, 382 grand down the hole. We are already down to 122,000. Man. All right, but at least we've got that, and we need to go ahead and buy the soil map for it as well. Oof, 40. That's a lot of money. Oy, 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 oy. I guess we got to do everything that we just did. I could have done this in the beginning. Man, I felt like I just wasted a bunch of time. Here's the thing. Last time we did this, a lot of you guys were telling me, hey, you're working with this too big. That is why it won't work on this field, because down here is a little spot where it just wouldn't work. It's too small. So if I set this 42 meters, yep, and you can see nothing's popping up. However, here's the thing. If I divide this by 3 and we set this to 14, oy, a little bit much there. If I set this to 14, I just need to take the second line. There you go. Oh, and 3 headlands as well, although I don't think it's going to be very happy with me. Yeah, I just don't think it'll do it. Will it not do it? Nope. 3 headlands is too much. Can we do 2? Nope, can't even do 2. All right, well, that's not going to work either. So from here, I'm just going to try other things. Let's see, this is 36, so let's see if 36 will do. Not likely, but we'll try it. Nope. So then we go down again. Change working width to 30. Down to 30 it is. Hey, we got 30. All right. Turn it on. Let's go. Yeah. Crop sensor's already on, so all we got to do is go straight. Yes, please. All right. We will also load up our pH levels here so we can keep an eye on them, but we'll just have to remember 30 meters for this field. And for anybody curious, no, I don't worry about those inside turns. They're pretty difficult to get anyway. An inside turn on a field's quite difficult to just farm in general, so if I miss a little bit, I don't worry too much about it. And everybody's happy. One thing that I am thinking about doing is separating these out. I think I mentioned that previously, but it would keep me from doing these inside turns here, just like that. It would keep me from doing that. Plus, if these were 2 different fields, it might be a little bit easier to run all the equipment, because I could run my max working with the 42 meters on here without having to worry about anything. And we could do 2 different kinds of crops in these. All we need to do is really split them down there at the end and they'll be good to go. Plus, I still have an entrance to this field right here. It's just through here. Kind of tempted to do it. We'd only lose a little bit of crop down here and that is it. Oh, do we do it? I feel like we should do that. Let's do it. I think we should. Let's go ahead and drop that tractor off there for now. So right here's where everything kind of splits and it goes all the way down. So what if we did the same thing and just did all grass? Don't worry about any pathway. We don't need any of that. I just need it to go straight. And then this to go straight. As before anything that's important, we should save the game so that we can come back to it. So there's that. Then all we got to do is come in here. Might actually be nice to place down a few lights. We can see what in the world we are doing. Where are the lights at? Here we go. Will they turn on right now? I don't think so. No, they're not turning on. Sad. Oh, well, it is what it is. We'll check this. That looks to be pretty close to the paint that's being used for the grass here. So we will find our line, which is just coming straight down through here. And we will mark it. Boom, like so. I feel like I'm taking a lot of this field off, but I know we're not. I mean, technically we are, but it's not going to be too bad. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Just straight lines. There we go. Now, all we got to do is paint this up and down and maybe redo the worker a little bit so that they see this as 2 different fields. And after that, I think we're cool. Pretty simple. Oh, and don't forget about the grass. Got to paint this in too. I don't have the money to spend $10,000 or $15,000 on trees to place down, so we're not going to worry about that right now. But as you can see, just go straight down. That's it. All right. So now we take this, and it should see everything as Yay! Different fields. All right. Let's take this whole area again. Purchase a soil map. Yes, please. And it looks like 2 different fields. Sweet. That also means I can finally use my default working width. Thank you very much. 42 meters. Yes, please. Let's go and reset. Actually, I just hit reset. Yeah, let's go. I got it. But now we need to figure out what we're going to put over there. We definitely got to do something a little different, don't we? All right. Let's knock this field out the rest of the way real fast. We just have a little bit of lime, and we are going to go quick with it. And then we got to put down, I believe it's oats we're putting in this field right here. Again, we need cereal crops for the first harvest, so I got to go with something like that. And at least when I'm recording, we don't have all the new crops yet on Alma, Missouri, so these are the ones that we've got. Bam! All right, there's that. This field is done. And now we get to find out sooner rather than later how easy this thing is to pull out of the shed. Fortunately, this tractor has incredible turning radius, probably the best turning radius I've ever seen on a duals tractor. Just go straight out with it. Yeah. All right, well, that was pretty simple. We got oats on here, so we're going to be putting those in. But like I said, we're going to do something different for that little field. I say little. It's not really that little, is it? Let's see. Yeah, it's as big as our other fields. That probably would have been a great grass field, to be fair. But as always, I have a field in the woods. This is kind of like a field in the woods. This one's more of a field in the woods, though. Eventually, we're going to own all this. That's going to be a lot to farm. Let's take this opportunity to see how it's going to be farming this area down here. It's a nice split. It does feel like 2 different fields, although we do need to get some trees at some point. Can we do this inside turn? Yes, we can. All right. Seems to be working okie dokie schmoky. Okay, well, here we go. We've knocked this field out. Totally didn't go super fast or anything. Nope, not me. I would never. So I'm having a bit of a dilemma here of what do we plant in this other field? See, we could do some vegetables. We've talked about doing vegetables, but I don't need vegetables. I need crops that make straw and grass. That's what I need. And we'll be doing grass as well as corn and soybeans in next fall. So I don't need those right now. So I made my decision. It's not fun or exciting, but I think it's going to work for us. We're going to rock out with some sorghum. Sorghum, I think, is going to be a good crop to plant in. It gives us our grain crop, which is fantastic news. We can get some straw from it, so that gives us our straw. So we have our grain crop, check. Straw, check. And we have a use for it. Sorghum flour, if we decide to do that. Ooh, I did not get this straight on as much as I could have. It was a little angled, but that's okay. So all in all, this harvest will be wheat in the big field. It will be sorghum here in this field. And in the real big one, we have oats, as per usual. Plus, not 1, but 2 fields full of grass. So we can actually start making hay and get in there with it. We missed some in the corner. Darn. So we can actually make some TMR. Also was thinking about this. It is kind of nice that we have graduated from having to do contract after contract after contract. We can just farm our land now. It's kind of nice. All right, well, this part of the field was a little bit more interesting. It wouldn't let me do 2 headlands at 18 meters, but be honest, everything else worked just fine. So I think we'll do okay with sorghum in the ground. Here you go. Here's your artwork, our colorful farm. I'm starting to figure out what I can and can't get away with when backing that thing in, and let's be honest, I can get away with a lot. So the very last thing we're doing, we gotta wait for wheat prices to go up, and that's gonna be a day or 2. We will monitor said prices. Here we go, wheat. We're looking for 19, and right now we're in the 16s, although we are getting 17 over at the grain mill. 17 at the grain mill, but not going up, worries me a lot. Could go up a little more, but I think anything over 18 I'll be happy with. So let's save the game real quick before we start sleeping and letting times and hours pass by quickly. We'll go a whole day, so we'll go to like 8 a.m. next day, so into December. This should get us closer to what our realistic pricing is going to be. And I think that's going to be where we're going to see the true mark of what the wheat will buy. See, 1878 is what we're looking at. Okay, we're getting close, man. Everything is going up right now. So we're just going to be doing hour by hour. 9 a.m., still going up. And as a matter of fact, I need to take care of my animals. I almost totally forgot. I'm sorry, cows. We need to get all this stuff, sell what we need. Let's see, what do we have in here? What'd you guys make overnight? I think we got a decent amount of poo over here. Little by little, we shall sell all of this. When's that pile gonna start going down? There's a bunch of manure in there that is just not registering? I wonder what's going on with that. That's a little weird, isn't it? Oh well, those are not money makers. Yeah, that $1,400. Come on, that's not gonna do anything. 11,500 liters of milk overnight. That should be a pretty decent price. Usually milk does pretty good, and I do not let it sit. I always sell it every single day, every single morning. We go ahead and sell all the milk that we've got because I just have zero interest in hanging on to it, and we don't have a production to run it right now. There you go. And that's why. 24,400 bucks and another about $3,000 off of our environmental score. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Although it would be nice to have kind of a little farm shop where we could deliver some milk to it and it would sell over time. I think it'd be pretty cool. And then over here, lastly, we have our slurry, 19,000 liters here. And the sales for that, not terrible, not great. Wasn't expecting it. All right, so now we'll just keep going forward in time. We will find that magic number where things start to drop down into the red. All right, we've seen our first reds over at the bulk filling station start to go down a little bit. I say we're looking for 1878, but I do not know if we're going to be hitting it. So I'm just going 1 hour at a time. We're getting close-ish. We're in the 18s, but man, it is still not where we want it to be yet. All right, grain mill just leveled off, and that is extremely concerning. I'm not going to take any more chances. We're just going to find our best price, $18.57 at the grain mill. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Where is my crop? Here we go. I'll be honest, I don't think I can open my auger in there, so I think we're going to have to change the output here. Let's see. Tip side back. Yeah, that's what we want. That'll dump out the bottom of this at least. And then eventually we might be able to own this production, but it won't be today and it won't be right now. So 117,000 bucks and 14,000 for our environmental score. So prices are good. Everything's looking very, very good, although it is getting quite dark into the evening, into December, at the end of year 2. So from here, I think I will say thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for watching. We have so much more from Alma, Missouri to come. So make sure you guys are stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, join the DjGoHam fam, double check those notifications. That way you never miss farming simulator videos like this one. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day today. Enjoy playing Farm Sim. We'll see you in the next one.